although I don't know if the following's as big. I know Dota 2's prize pool is like 10 times the size of League's.
Yeah, the international is the biggest event every year, basically.
Yeah. So the most expensive previously League championship was 6 million at the prize pool, and the most recent international Dota was 40 million. So it's almost 10 times the size in terms of money.
Yeah, because looking at this, the definition, because I made a list of the actual definitions of each category.
Oh, that's smart.
So you got for best esports game, for the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform.
Okay, so the company that holds the best esports events, basically.
Okay.
Well, no, because there's a separate one for esports event. So that best esports game is literally what is the best game that has esports events.
So like meta patching and all of that.
About this.
So.
But then a lot of those are wildly different games.
So when we say esports, do we just essentially mean what has the best competitive scene rather than actual official professional esports?
Oh,
but that all depends on how Jeff classifies these, doesn't it?
Is Jeff in the chat yet?
Why are racing and sports together?
Don't even. Because you can't have a category of two people, you know, and that's literally why a lot of these things get matched together, because there's just not enough in that genre that's worth taking notice of.
Okay.
So where it says best multiplayer with like an MMO, a 2-player co-op, a 4-player co-op.
It just doesn't. It means nothing. I think like for Gameluster, I decided to like for that category for us, I named it best with buddies. So it's like this is the one that's the most fun to play with your like real friends.
That sounds like a co-op. I like co-op. Best co-op. That's fun.
Which I mean like. Yeah, it's weird because
I feel like it should be best co-op and best community, because best multiplayer makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I like best community because it encourages, against communities like World of Warcraft, which is incredibly toxic, and platforms Final Fantasy 14, which is very nice.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like compare like the multiplayer aspects of like League of Legends with like Overcooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Overcooked players are mad toxic.
You burn that chicken. Burning chicken.
It's like everyone's Gordon Ramsay online. I don't know what to do.
I just had an idea for a new MMO called Gordon Ramsay Online.
Gordon Ramsay Online. GRO.
Hell's Kitchen Online.
Hell's Kitchen Online. Yeah.
Yes.
Each of you is, and I think there's is Gordo an NPC or is everyone Gordo?
No, it's one of those. It's one of those. What's it called? The Dead Daylight. So one player is Gordon, the other.
Okay. The other 5 are trying to survive in his.
Yeah. You got to do is good enough so he doesn't catch you doing a bad job.
Asymmetric multiplayer.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's actually that's not a terrible idea.
Like slack off simulator. Slack off as much as you can without getting caught.
I had a terrible idea for an asymmetric multiplayer game where one person is Willy Wonka and the other 5 are like children that are trying to survive his factory.
If he catches you, it's just instant river dunk.
Yeah. You do not want to get in the river.
The thing is with that show, like that whole film, is just don't touch anything. Like as long as you just touch nothing.
Yeah.
Touch nothing.
There's got to be a meter. Like if you don't do something or touch something, you're something meter builds and you just go mad and you just can't.
Yeah.
Balancing sanity. The chocolate
sneaking.
Yeah, you have a sanity meter, and the only way to like lull it to sleep is to like. Oh my god!
Candy.
If you eat the candy, but the more candy you eat, like the more trapped you become, like the more your soul becomes tied to the factor. Yeah, I think I've created a new like amnesia Soma game actually.
Can you add this to your list of good ideas?
I'm going to actually.
Can that be my round 3?
We get amnesia, the Willy Wonka legend.
I had another good idea like literal minutes ago, which since I'm playing Mass Effect for the first time. For a parody of the all-time low song Last Young Renegade called Last Young Paragon. I'm working on it already.
You're just a good boy.
Wonka.
Where have all the good boys gone? Question about round 1, player's choice. Is that our choice? Like literally us as a player? Or is that a game?
No, that is a category.
Yeah, players vote.
If I remember correctly, isn't it the game of the year? Because you can vote online, can't you?
Yeah,
So-
you can. It's all votes online. It essentially what it is like the game that players don't feel got enough recognition from critics this year. That,
But it's still
but
of
it's
those
completely
6
fan
Out
voted.
of the game of the year categories? Or
No,
just
no,
anything?
it's of all games.
Oh, it's a war game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
not
okay.
know about that. I thought it was just the game of the year one.
No, it's out of any game that came out this year, just the one that people feel like should have been
okay.
recognized more.
Can it?
Oh,
Is
okay.
any game available? Wait, how do we vote on this?
You just write
I mean-
in. It's just a write in.
Yeah, just
Oh.
So we could write in like League or something.
Well, it's a game from this year.
It's got to come out this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Ghost
Fortnite.
of Tsushima last year, right?
That was
Yeah,
last
Ghost-
year.
Yeah, last year Ghost
Yeah.
of Tsushima won. The year before that it was Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, okay.
Better be Returnal.
Yeah, Returnal. I think it's gonna be
Right,
Returnal.
yeah.
That's
Bet.
one people online seem to be angry. It's not getting enough like reception from critics.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think
don't
so.
think
Deserve the game of the
after
year.
all
It wasn't
the-
People
voted
are
for
so
Cody.
like people who liked
I
that
hate
game are like
Returnal.
so like
Returnal's the best game this year.
violent about it.
People are very upset with Returnal though as well. Like
Yeah,
viewers
that's
are
true.
so-
They are.
Suck.
Yeah, it's divisive in certain
It's
ways.
I think it's too divisive.
Sure.
It's like a Death Stranding situation, right?
Yeah.
Too divisive
Except-
to really
True.
get
No,
players'
I think
voice.
this is when they're just bad.
They're just bad.
They gotta get good. Moral of the story.
Although to be
No,
fair,
I got
I
good and I still hated the game.
I will say I did find Returnal to be not difficult, and I still don't think it's a good game.
Oh, it's my favorite game this year by far.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
a good game.
Okay, I
Probably
think
for
we
me
got.
as well.
I think
I
Adam's
had-
in. Hey,
I
Adam,
had
can you hear
issue
us?
With the completionist part, right? I'm not a full diehard completionist, but like.
Oh, one of
you
the seagulls took me like 50 loops to
Yeah.
spawn.
Bro,
Yeah, that-
like,
yeah.
Completionist
why are
run
the
is a
why are the
bit rough.
collectibles
Yeah, that-
randomized
Right,
with
yeah.
collectible
Yeah.
trophies? That doesn't make sense. It's dumb.
But I don't judge my final score on how rare one of the
That's valid.
trophies is.
Well, yeah, but I think it's more so that the third act is blocked behind arbitrary bullshit. I think that's more so the problem.
No,
So,
I
like,
mean,
Kind of annoying to find,
all-
yeah.
yeah.
All the third act keys, they spawn in a specific location.
Yes, but the
Yes,
location,
but
whether that
I-
location
yeah.
spawns is random.
It's random, yeah. So
Yeah.
like, I went through the desert like 3 times. I didn't get it
Uh,
once.
hey, Adam, can you say some words quickly?
Test.
Yes.
test.
Okay, we're all good. Hey, we did it.
Cool.
Okay.
Hello.
So, like I said, this is only gonna record just like the audio portion, but we can still see each other. So, okay. Hold on, Axel. Don't get ahead of yourself. Still filling it. We'll fill these in as we go. So, hey everyone, welcome to a special episode of Gamebusters. We are doing a betting special in the style of the Easy Allies, if you've seen theirs before. And I think Kinda Funny's done similar things before. And we're gonna sort of bet on. We have 3 rounds here. So the first round is gonna be us trying to bet on who's gonna win the awards. Second one is gonna be some things I've picked out, and it's just simple yes or no bets, and you can bet as much as you want on those. And then the third round is going to be our wild ones category, which we're supposed to dream big and play big. So we are each going to come up with 5 wild ideas that might happen at the show, and then we will all be able to bet on any of those with whatever money we have left. So the currency we will be using today are Toddcoins. On the front is a smiling Todd Howard, and on the back is I think we said the Metacritic score for Fallout 76.
What is
But
that, by the way?
yeah,
One.
but
50
we
something.
all of us are starting with 1,000 Todd coins, and all bets must be made in increments of 25 just to be able to keep things in not too crazy. So what we're gonna do is go around and everyone will just kind of introduce themselves a little bit so we can get to know each other a little bit. And everyone, this is a good opener. We'll go around and everyone say what's your personal game of the year, so far. So
Sounds
I will start.
yeah,
My personal favorite. I'm
and
Momo.
say your name also. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm Momo. My personal favorite game of the year is a DLC, Outer Wilds: Echoes of the Eye. Fantastic. Absolutely mind-blowing. My favorite thing from this year by far. And that has not been acknowledged at all at the Game Awards, and Jeff is dead to me.
Now, Momo, we did make a space for you in the Gameluster Game of the Year awards in our category for best loop game.
No way. Did you actually?
Yeah, we have a category for best loop game. There are 8 games in it, which are all about time loops this year.
If Outer Wilds doesn't win, you are dead to me.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Who's next?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Wait, no, is that me? That's me. Okay, hello. My name is Sarim. I'm a new writer at Gameluster. And my personal game of the year, forgive me for being basic, is Deathloop. I had a phenomenal time playing Deathloop, and I will defend that as my game of the year pick.
That's that IGN 10, baby.
Hell yeah, I don't think it deserves a 10. I don't think it deserves a 10, but it is my game of the year.
Okay, that's totally fair. All right, Axel, why don't you...
I'm Axel. I'm the editor-in-chief at Gameluster. My personal game of the year so far, and it's been kind of a hard year for me to get games of the year. I'm going with Returnal on this one. I love the aesthetic. I love the challenge of it. I hate getting brutally murdered. I do like the fact that they just added the ability to save loops, so you're not constantly having to die and just quit back at the ship. So.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm kind of waiting to play it, just since it kind of got leaked that it's coming to PC. I'm like kind of waiting to play it there instead. I kind of want to use a mouse and keyboard for it. But I think that's going to be a really cool game.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Adam.
Yeah, my name's Adam. I don't write for anybody. I'm just a gamer.
Works for no man.
Hell yeah.
In the wild. And yeah, I think my game of the year
So
maybe
is Adam the
recency.
silent minority?
Maybe what?
Yeah,
Sorry?
Exactly.
Is he the silent minority?
I am. I'm here to represent the
I
game.
can't hear him. No.
Wait, what?
I can hear him. Can you not hear him?
I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
What? That's weird.
That's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah.
No, I can't hear him at all. I can see his wavelengths, but
Yeah,
the
me too,
wavelengths
but
are
I can't
moving.
hear him for some reason.
That's crazy. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Can the recording software hear him?
I would hope
With
so.
his
I mean, like,
audio.
would it?
It looks like it does.
Yeah, it
because
does. I can see the
show
little bars and everything on his
yeah.
audio.
Mhm.
And I'm
Adam,
also
Steve-
doing a backup recording on OBS as well. Of everyone talking. So,
So,
Okay, that's weird.
we may just have to suffer through it. If I don't know if more of this shows up, we'll do
I
something
will.
about
I
it.
will be
Could he-
designated Adam translator.
okay.
No one I could take.
I mean, unless he tries to sort of turn it off, turn it on again, just leaves and rejoins.
Yeah,
I
you
could try
can-
that.
Yeah, maybe you try that out quickly.
Okay, I will get out of here real quick.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Who's next, David?
Hi. Similar to the previous guest, I am not a writer, just a gamer. Follow EZA. That community's been there since they started, so that's kind of how I got associated. My favorite game this year is also Returnal. I think it is my favorite game to play this year in terms of just straight up like the physicality of the movement. It's got a great dash. I like the speed of the game. I think it's very pretty to look at. The audio design is impeccable. Some of the best audio and also combination of controller options. This like the feel of the rain on your controller as you listen to it is very good. Best moment of the year comes from that. It's the approach to the boss in the fourth biome with the escalating organ sounds and everything is very intense.
Nice. Okay,
I will say,
yeah.
Returnal, incredible boss fights. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
like
they
that
were
game in
very
other
fun.
ways, but those boss fights are awesome.
Nice. Okay. Ron.
Since we're doing DLC, apparently, I will also say the Outer Wilds DLC. In
Whoa.
fact,
Whoa!
I can't
Yes,
believe there's
yes,
two
yes.
of them.
it's the DLC to the Game of the Year of 2019. So that also makes it DLC the Game of the Year of 2021 to me, because it's almost as good. It's not as good as the prime as the main game,
it's
but
close. It's so close.
it's close. It's really close.
Absolutely.
If you're not counting DLC, then I'm going to be boring and also say it's Returnal for all the
Jesus.
reasons that were already mentioned before. Yeah.
This game is.
Oh, by the
bloody
way, I'm
sweeping.
from. I'm also from the EZA community. That's where I know Nirav from.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention I write for Laptop Magazine. Since everyone was sharing where they write, and
Yeah.
I didn't share that.
Plug.
Yeah, plug it
Plug it.
myself.
Shameless plug.
I reviewed Returnal professionally and gave it a 3 out of 5. I'm very
Bad.
sorry.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
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 Harsh.
Okay.
It's harsh. It is harsh.
He said I was out of 5 and not out of 10. You know, I was a little bit worried.
Yeah, no,
I
it
was
was-
like, damn, bro,
no,
he
it
hated
wasn't
this
out of
game.
10.
And if you know Momo, a Momo 3 out of 5 is like everyone else is like 5 out of 5. So that's actually a really good score.
No, you're kind of
Runs-
exaggerating.
runs
A
with the
little. I'm
handicap.
only exaggerating a little bit though.
Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
Okay, and then Sunny.
Yeah, so I'm just a gamer. I don't write for anything. I've just been part of the EZA community, much like everyone else. For Game of the Year, I mean, if we're doing DLC, I mean, I'm probably one of the sort of more. I haven't played Return or anything like that. For me, it's the Final Fantasy VII intermission.
Intergrade.
Intergrade.
Yeah, yeah.
Integrate. Well,
the DLC
Integrate
is all
was the whole
intermission.
DS and intermission. The
Square
Yuffie,
Enix is
the
so good
Yuffie
at
part.
naming things.
Yeah, oh yeah, just but Inter is capitals. Very important distinction, apparently.
It's different.
You know, just so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. It was good to play sort of events of the original game from a different perspective.
Mhm.
You know, obviously these things are all supposed to happen, you know, concurrently with the other these events. So just quite nice just seeing that. You know, potentially, you know, Yuffie joining the party isn't as just a random act of, you know, as it kind of seems in the original game.
Yeah.
And also Fort Condor, awesome.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
Such a good mini game.
Surprisingly good. If it's not in the sequel, I riot.
Oh yeah, that's gotta get expanded. That is,
I only
100%.
played
For
the
sure.
Final Fantasy VII remake this year in the summer when the PS5 version came out. I've not done the DLC yet, but I may do that soon. But yeah, I mean, I really like the base game, so I'm sure I'll like it.
yeah. And the team ups as well. The team up stuff. They're having them fight
Oh,
together
yeah.
again. I hope that's expanded on because you
Yep.
know you'd like to think, you know, a lot of them have a lot of nice melds. I think that'd be quite an
All right.
interesting little thing. If we're not doing that, then I mean, Ratchet and Clank for me. I
Hell
really
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Okay.
That was the first game on the PS5 that I was just blown away that this is a PS5 showpiece game. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
this is using my device like to its capabilities, what it was designed to do. Granted, I only played the what was it, the one before that? The
2016 one. Yeah.
yeah, the one they redid.
one. Yeah, I did
The
that
game
one.
based on the movie
It was
based on
just
the
Ratchet
game.
and Clank.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank,
yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
But no, this one I really enjoyed.
I had
It
that
was
exact-
really good fun.
I had that same thought. I think it struck me. I don't remember which. It's like in the big canyon place with like when you're grinding on the rails and stuff.
I
Like
think it's Vulcan.
With the
Canyon.
robot, when the robot's like breaking
when
stuff.
when you're fighting the robot
Yeah.
and there's like
Yeah.
thousands of
Oh,
these
that part's so
individually rendered bolts like swirling around you as you're moving at like this breakneck
Yeah.
speed around this robot. I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I wanted the PS5 to do. Like,
yeah.
oh my god, glorious 60 FPS.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that part was incredible.
So
Yeah, it was really good.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm also gonna be. We have a lot of these here. Weirdly, I think my game of the year is also DLC, but is the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer DLC,
Jeez.
which takes like the very best like aspect of what Animal Crossing can do, and just like it's basically just creative mode for Animal Crossing. You know, you have unlimited resources. You get you have customers that come in when you run this resort. It's basically a timeshare scam that you're running, which is extremely exciting. And like they even do all these like subtle hints that like the owner is like even funneling money out of like you the employees and stuff,
Wow.
which is really good. But no, like you basically just get clients who come in and say like, I want a house that evokes this feeling, and then you get access to like unlimited resources of like furniture, exterior design, like wallpapers, floors, of course, like all ceiling decorations, like anything you want to design something that evokes the feeling that they want, and then they're like, yeah, I love this, and you just move to the next one. And
Do they always say they love it, or is there some kind of
you have to
scoring?
like there's like a minimum criteria you have to meet for them to love it. Yeah. But then
Do
after
they
that,
get like real sassy if they don't love it?
I have
Yeah.
not done any of those, but
So you went for that shade of green,
I
did
think
you?
they're like,
Wow.
I think they all just tell you like, hey,
Questionable.
could you actually like, work on it a little more or something? Like, I think they couch it. But yeah, and I guess if we don't count DLC, then probably still I'm kind of torn honestly between Nier Replicant and then Guardians of the Galaxy, which I loved way more than I ever believed I could. This is one of,
Wait, Nier was this year?
yeah, dude, that was in May.
Oh my god, it's been a long year.
It's been a long year.
Yeah,
I forgot Nier was this year.
Yeah, the pandemic has screwed with everybody's sense of time.
Mhm.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, no wonder there were 8 time loop games this year.
It really fits.
It all makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into this. Round 1, like I said, we're going to be going through. I'm just going to try to keep to the order that we have on the sheet, so I don't get too lost. And I'll be guiding us through this. So, I would hope everyone has like the nominees or whatever like up in a tab or something like that, so you can, or if you already know what you're going to be voting.
Sorry, just to clarify, the round 3. So we're betting on potentially all of them. So we need to save
you bet on however
300.
many you want. Yeah, of anybody's. Yes.
But if we like it, we can say I'll put 25 on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I guess I'll kick us off. So we'll start on Game of the Year. So I'm not like very confident, but I'm gonna put just 25 Toddcoins on It Takes Two winning.
Ooh.
Nice.
My reasoning being that is a game that everybody played with a like close friend or loved one, and that enhanced the experience beyond maybe even what the game deserves, but everyone will remember it that way, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know. I loved the game, and I wouldn't be mad if it won Game of the Year, though. I think that was phenomenal. But
Yeah, as actual game, that would be my pick if it wasn't excluding DLC.
yeah,
It's really good. It's a really good game, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have not played it yet. That's on my next game
Yeah.
to play.
I need to find a person to play it with. I think that's
Yeah,
my
I'm in
main
that
goal.
boat.
Oh, we got
Luckily, it has
we got
the
an
friends
even
pass
number
thing,
here.
which is really good.
Pair people up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Okay, my Game of the Year prediction. I think it will be Deathloop. Because out of all the nominees, and not just because my personal pick is Deathloop, but out of all the nominees, I don't know, Deathloop just feels like most Game of the Year material to me. Like Metroid Dread, I feel like the reason it's nominated in the other category it is because it's not winning Game of the Year. There were people who had like issues with controls and issues with like difficulty spikes and whatnot. Not to say that will entirely knock it out the running, but I feel like there's enough there where I'm like, I don't know. And I don't know, I just have like solid arguments against everything else. Deathloop, the only thing that disappointed was the ending of the story,
Yeah, I was
which
also
wasn't
not a
really
fan.
why any of us were there.
Yeah.
So I think Deathloop has a very, very strong chance.
Yeah.
And I will put 25 Toddcoins on that.
All right, great. Ron.
Similarly to me, I will also put 25 on Deathloop.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's a critical darling. And this is voted by the critics, right? So yeah, I feel like a lot of people just really like that game.
Oh,
I'm
and
still
just to
playing through it. I'm not fully convinced yet, but I can really just see it take the
Yeah,
spot.
I just to remind everyone, the way that these awards work is that 90% of the vote is the critics, and then 10% of it is from fans. Like with the idea that like the fan vote would be a tiebreaker if two things were too close as voted by critics. So just keep that in mind.
And it's specifically critics picked by Jeff and his little committee as well. It's not like it's.
Yeah, it's not every critic.
If you can claim that you're a critic, your vote counts. It's like it's very specific.
Yeah, they are getting more and more each year. So like as more people vote, it becomes more valid. Sort of an idea. But it's like 113 or something different critics.
Yeah, they're over 100 at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's an
impressive.
AI designed by Kojima.
Yeah.
The first impression
It's
type
just
criticism.
Kojima.
Kojima's voting on every category.
Exactly.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, Momo.
I am so confident we're gonna see Metroid Dread win this thing.
Really?
It has been. Are you kidding me? Metroid back after 20 years, a 2D Metroid. It gets the 90 on Metacritic, close to that. It is going to sweep. People are going to think Metroid's back and it's hitting this hard. I'm betting 50 Toddcoins on that one. I am confident that Metroid Dread's winning. Remember, if Sekiro can win, Metroid Dread can win. Difficulty means nothing.
Number one's better.
No,
than
okay,
the other.
that's true. That's true.
That's a fair.
definitely true.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's a very good
And,
point, actually.
you can't take for granted. Just as you said, it's been 20 years. You know, it's been a long time since someone's played a Metroid game,
Yeah.
and I think
It's-
that carries a lot of weight.
Also, it's a good game, so
Yeah,
That also helps.
That helps too.
All right,
That also
Sunny,
helps.
Yeah.
what you got?
So, despite me just saying that, I've put my money down for Ratchet and Clank because again, I think with the unlike some of the other games, I think that's got the most broad spectrum appeal. I think more places would have touched it, and as a result, probably more likely to put their especially some of the maybe the ones that are a little bit more specific in what they do. Like they're more going to be saying, you know what, this is the one I'm going to pick. And I think a lot of people, again, when they put that in their machine, their PS5, had that same reaction to it. You know, even just at the beginning when he walks out into that city, you see all this motion, all this activity happening, just coming out of your
You just hear
PS5.
Jim Ryan in the back of your head with the power of PS5.
Exactly. They should have had it. They should have had it on there.
ring in your ear.
Yeah. Subliminal messaging throughout the whole thing.
How many coins on that?
I've gone for 50.
All right,
for that
nice. So yeah, I do want to also say like everyone can throw a little bit of an explanation on there, but we should like kind of keep it brief because we have a lot of ground to cover. So
right.
Adam.
First, everybody can hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
All right.
Awesome.
Perfect. Yeah, if it was up to me, I would say Psychonauts 2 because that's my game of the year. But I think it'll go to Metroid Dread. I think the legacy of the Metroid name will kind of carry it above something like Deathloop, where I think Deathloop and Metroid kind of critically are around the same, where you know, the majority of people love those games this year. But there are issues with both. I think Metroid, just from the Metroid name, and I think I have seen people who are like, this is really hard, but once they get past it, once they beat like a boss that's really hard or something like that, they grow to appreciate, I think, the difficulty of Metroid Dread. So something like that I don't think will necessarily hurt it when it comes to a voting aspect. Okay. So I think Metroid Dread will win Game of the Year. And I think I have 45.
Oh, we're doing increments of 25, so...
25. Okay, we'll do 50 then.
Okay.
Sorry.
Axel.
I'm going to take the dark horse here and say Psychonauts 2.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That would be really cool, honestly. Like, I have not played that game yet, but...
It would be. I think that with Deathloop is definitely going to be popular. I think Metroid Dread, definitely pulling a lot of nostalgia, but Psychonauts 2, there has just been so much wait for it, and it seems to have delivered from everything I've read.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, Jack Black is in it.
Yeah,
he's great in it.
I'm currently still going through it, but it actually might take my spot for Game of the Year if it keeps up this level of quality. So it's a really good game.
Yeah,
I just beat it last night, and it's currently, I think, number 1 on my list. But recency bias might be kind of that reason.
Yeah, true. Sure.
All right, so how much you betting?
I'm throwing down 50 on this one.
Okay, nice. And David.
All right, so let's see, bringing in the right here. This is a weird one because I was like looking at some other publications and stuff, trying to see what people were thinking on the internet, and it's like all over the board. I've seen a prediction for like literally all of them, and I don't know if we had a year quite like this where it seemed so open.
It literally seems like any of these 6 could win. Like
absolutely,
it's definitely not the
even Resident Evil wouldn't be a surprise.
The Resident Evil one, because Joystick gave it to him, which really shocked me.
That was really crazy.
I was so surprised by that. Yeah.
I mean, if Village wins Game of the Year, I think it's a 0% chance. But if that happens, I will dunk my head in wax. Okay.
We're holding him to that. Clip that.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
Like Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, it's like Dark Souls 3. Yes, exactly.
It's definitely probably the lowest on my list, though. I've yet to play Deathloop or It Takes Two. I think. So I'm torn between Ratchet and Psychonauts. I think I'm going to give it to Ratchet because, one, it's as has been said, it's a showpiece. It looks great. It's fun to play. It's got a lot of heart, charm, and I think there's critics kind of want Insomniac to win something. I think after Spider-Man keeps losing to other stuff, so because like Spider-Man's always good, but it's not as good as the other things. So I think Ratchet might be able to get them in there.
Okay.
Psychonauts 2, though, I'm at the end of it currently. I have a little bit left, but that one's my runner-up.
How many coins you putting down?
I'll put 50 since it's the goatee one, even though I'm not sure.
Okay, so remember, guys, you don't have to. I was, I was assuming everyone would bet on that category, but you don't have to bet on that and on every category. And of course, like you wouldn't have enough coins to do so, if you did.
Right.
So, don't expect everyone to bet on every category. And if you're not confident about something, don't bet or put it all down. Whatever
I
you want to
definitely
do.
skipped a few.
All right. So for best debut game is going to be next. I'm going to put down the Forgotten City because the critics have just like literally not stopped raving about it ever, and I played it. I played it pre-patch, when it was still like extremely buggy and like barely worked. So I had less of a good experience with it. I think I would definitely have improved my. I actually reviewed it before it released, and I gave it a 7 out of 10. Looking at what they fixed with their patch after like a week or so, like I probably would, if I revisited it, I would probably say it's an 8. It was extremely buggy when they launched it though, so I mean, but I guess every other critic just seemed to ignore that. They were like, whatever. Like, so what if the audio levels are like, where the music is 10 times too loud and I can't hear any of the narration? Whatever.
I feel like after Cyberpunk, the bar has been lowered a bit in terms of acceptability.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
maybe.
hey, does it run? Yo,
It's okay,
the
like,
contender right there.
Yeah.
it's very.
It didn't
through the
save
floor?
the GTA remasters though, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
But that was like nearly as egregious as Cyberpunk,
yeah,
wasn't it?
true.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, people hate it.
Almost.
It's definitely up
It
there.
was bad.
It may
I think
actually
it's
be
the
worse than
version.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worse. It's worse.
Yeah.
The thing was like the PC runs like ran so badly that they actually like they not only like refunded everyone who bought the PC one, but they also like gifted to everyone's accounts the
Yeah.
original versions of all 3 of those games.
Whoa.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Best debut game? You got anything?
Mine is Kana. Kana
Okay.
Bridge of Spirits.
How much you put
Yeah,
down?
I think it was. I remember it being fairly popular with critics, and though reviews weren't like super high the entire way through, everyone had great positives to say about it. It's got such a unique charm to it, and yeah, I honestly like out of all the indies in that category, I think Kana has a good chance of it.
All right. How many coins?
I'm gonna put 50 on Kana.
Okay. All right. Ron.
I'm putting 75 on Valheim.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
My
okay.
man.
because everyone was all over that game when it
Yeah,
came
people
out.
were
for
streaming
weeks
it.
on end.
That's a good point.
I'll tell you honestly, the reason I didn't put Valheim is I think recency bias for Forgotten City. Like
Yeah, true. It's
I-
been a long while.
Valheim
people
was
still
was
playing
great.
Yeah.
There people are still playing it. Axel, you got into it a bit too, didn't you?
Yeah. I did some guides.
Yeah.
I kind of hit a wall, logistically speaking, because I sucked. But they've come out with a new update, the Hearth and Home update. It is a viable game. It was a viable game before. It's even more so now.
Yeah.
I'm a little irked that the seed that I was on got totally reset, but
Ew.
yeah,
Okay.
it happens. But yeah,
It was a good game.
Yeah.
All right, Momo. Debut
I
game?
think it's going to be Kana solely because I think graphically it is mind blowing to see a studio no one's ever heard of come out with something that good looking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much my only reason. I love the game, but I also think that it didn't review as well as some of these other ones. But I have faith.
Okay. Awesome. Sunny.
So mine is Valheim as well. Because when I was thinking about this, like of all the games in that list, because it's not all about necessarily what it was like when it first came out. It's what people think about it when they're submitting these votes. And of all of those, I reckon a lot more people are playing Valheim still. And I reckon that's still fresh in people's minds despite it coming out.
Yeah.
People would have played Forgotten City, played Kana, and then moved on. Whereas Valheim, I think people would.
Yeah, it's
Still
more
play.
of a live kind of game that you would come back
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
can see
I
what
think
you
just
mean.
that they're getting more mileage out of it. I think it's going to score much higher for.
All right.
So I'm going to put 50 down for that one.
Nice. Okay. Everyone's way more confident than me on everything they're doing. Adam.
Go big or go home, Nirav. These were
Yeah.
your rules.
I'm saving.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got some 100-coin bets down there farther.
Wow.
Okay.
My
okay.
wild bets are: will there be video games?
Thousand. Put it down.
Okay, Adam.
I think I'm gonna go with Kana.
Okay.
I just think I I would not be surprised if Valheim takes this. I think it's one of the two, in my opinion. I think Kena had a bit more of a mainstream crossover to it. Like I remember seeing the Ember Labs story being written about in like Variety and like these other sites that do have. I wouldn't be surprised if these places have some sort of vote to them at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Because I know some of the complaints and the critiques of the Game Awards has been, there's a lot of like mainstream outlets that have votes that may not necessarily
like I know
be...
like the Washington Post has a vote and like
exactly.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
So I think some of those will gravitate more towards Kena just from the story of this, this animated duo that decided to make a game out of, just because, and made a really popular, successful, impressive first title. So I think that might be able to carry it a bit over something like Valheim that has seen obvious success.
Okay. Sure. So what's how many you putting down?
I'm not going to put down anything though, because I think it's kind of.
Then there's no bet. Whoops, it's gone.
Yeah, no bet.
Okay, Axel.
Valheim. All the reasons that have been enumerated so far. It is very much the best debut IP. It is a debut game that has shown, and it is still going strong.
Yeah.
Throwing down 50 for that one.
I wouldn't be super surprised, honestly, if there is like a big like Valheim like 2.0 update at the Game Awards like announcement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just as like a reminder to be like,
hey,
a
reminder that it's there. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be a good place for it.
All right, David.
So I have not played any of these. I've only watched some of the streams that the EZA have done. With the Valheim streams are great from them. They're a lot of fun. But I'm giving it to Kena mostly on the back of just the visual and audio design it has. It seems like it's fun to play, like what little I've watched, but like, not super like different. But it looks nice. Yeah. It's charming.
It's a neat game for sure.
For an indie studio, it's very impressive that you can make something look that good. 25.
All right, that's good. Safe bet.
Yeah.
All right, best multiplayer. I did not put anything down on this one, but I am. I think I weirdly feel like Back 4 Blood might win, just because it's something that a lot of people are probably going to play with their friends and be like, "Oh yeah, that was fun just now."
I don't know.
I feel like most people were kind of underwhelmed by it.
All of my friends have said,
I
wait
think
for that to
people
come
were
to Plus.
underwhelmed by it, but like I also think people had like a lot of. Again, I think it's just like, oh, this is a fun thing to do like with your friends, and your friends are fun people. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it compensates for a lot for sure. Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, I'm just guessing. So, Sarim, what do you think?
Sarim. Also, I am skipping this one, but I think It Takes Two would probably do well here, just because it's not massively multiplayer, but it has the charm, it has the big mainstream appeal. So, yeah, not betting, but I think It Takes Two.
Cool. All right, Ron.
I'm not putting down anything either, but I also think it could be It Takes Two because, it's the co-op game, as you said, Nirav, where you play it with your loved ones, with your friends, your family, and you probably got some good memories out of that. So that's probably why it could win.
Yeah.
But not putting anything on it.
All right, Momo?
It Takes Two. Most revolutionary multiplayer experience, not of all time, just of this year. I feel like I haven't had an experience that fun this year.
I'll agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Was anyone kind of surprised to see New World in here? I thought that wasn't super warmly received.
It's pretty decent. Like, it's kind of fun, but it's really, really grindy, and the end game is kind of not existent and in repetitive.
It works.
The PvP
it was also so big at launch.
Considering how considering like what my expectations were for like it working out of the box, like I guess it did impress me.
I think that its main appeal really is that it's the first in a long time mainstream MMO that is action focused. Because I don't feel there's many of those. I mean, you've got things like Terra, Blade and Soul, and to an extent Black Desert. But
I was about to say, I think there are some Korean MMOs that do that, but like not popular ones in the West.
No,
sure.
and I think that's why I think it got I think that's probably why it's on here. I think a lot of people are playing
But
it. And
also,
I'm playing
it
it in
has
my
a real
mates. Yeah.
community focus because of the way the factions take over zones. I know in my personal server, all 3 factions created their own Discord, and we were the first month, super active, constantly talking in Discord with each other and saying, like, we're going to go for this city, we're going to declare war on this one, we have to defend this one. You know, I need people to
That
send
kind of
money.
reminds me of like how like the first like month of Pokemon Go was with like the teams like collaborating and like we're gonna take over this part of our real town that we live in.
Yeah.
While the game itself is just okay at best, probably, I think the communal aspect, at least I personally had on my server, was really good.
Okay.
And I had a lot of fun with it.
Sunny, what do you think?
So I've put It Takes Two as well. I'm doing 25 for this one.
Okay.
But I just give major props for somebody in this day and age that's going to go, you know what? No, it's a co-op only game.
Just Ferris.
Definitely.
You know, and goes the extra, which would have been a thing, and it's like if that was just it. But the fact that he comes out and goes, "Oh, if you buy the game, you can give a code for free to somebody else to play with you," because it is a co-op game, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts that he's done it.
To do that.
And it's so much better because in his "Fuck the Osters" speech, he specifically said because he did the same thing for A Way Out, and he said it was his idea and EA wasn't involved with that.
Yeah.
So he's just so involved in there. Like EA's letting him do that.
It's crazy.
Well, I'm glad that like EA has like recognized like, okay, this studio knows what they're doing. Like, leave them alone, give them the money they need, and they'll get us. You know, they'll make.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Adam.
I went with Valheim. I think that game. I think just the ability to play with so many more people. Like, I think it Takes Two being a pure co-op game is great, and I think gives it a strong chance. But I think the ability to play with so many more people with like a Valheim. Will help it. And I just know from, my own personal experience, I had so many friends who jumped into Valheim and had so many good and bad stories of playing it where it was just like something crazy happens and then that's all they talk about for weeks. So I think those kind of like lasting memories may carry it over something like It Takes Two. And so I went with Valheim. I put 25 down because I'm not too confident.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Axel.
I'm also going with Valheim. Like Adam said, the multiplayer in Valheim is weirdly organic. It is one of those things where it's like you expect your buddies to help you, you need your buddies to help you, and it feels great when your buddies help you. You're off exploring together, you're off taking bosses together. You go, you get into trouble and you have to call on your friends to help you out. It's when you sail a boat up a river that stops unexpectedly in the middle of a landmass.
Right.
Things happen. So I'm going to throw down 25 on that because perversely, I think it's good, but I also think that somebody is going to probably be more pimping either It Takes Two or maybe possibly Monster Hunter Rise. Just as
I think Monster Hunter Rise is a dark horse in this candidate.
I think Monster Hunter is going to have a little bit of an uphill climb, being that it's exclusive.
Afterworld.
Yeah, that is true.
I will say though, in defense of Monster Hunter Rise, it fixed a lot of my issues with Worlds multiplayer. So I think that gives it a slight edge.
Did the PC version already come out?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay.
I feel like World had way more buzz though than Rise for some reason. I heard so much more about.
Well,
World.
because I think it was because it was multi-plat, honestly.
Right. Yeah, probably. That's true.
All right, David.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna also give it to It Takes Two for 25. I hate this category so much because I was saying but the fact that you have like small like intimate co-op games with a big game like Knockout City, which actually apparently people like.
Knockout City was really
is kind of
good.
fun.
Okay,
I played it.
Yeah, I played like probably 10, 15 hours at least of Knockout City with my friends. Like it was really fun. Like,
and that's what everyone says. Yeah, I don't. Like, how do you compare the two?
No,
I don't know.
you wouldn't.
So,
yeah.
It's really tough.
I'm giving it to It Takes Two just because it seems like it has a more personal touch.
On our next category, which is best sports and racing, I just want to like save some time. Did anyone do anything other than Forza?
Yeah, we all did.
I just want to say the name out loud because I love that it's here. Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Hell yeah.
What a game!
Imagine if
I want Hot Wheels to win it though. Oh,
If
okay,
Hot
so-
Wheels
yeah.
beat Forza
Ultimate dark horse, bro.
would be the
Okay.
funnest
Yeah.
thing in the world.
did everyone put in money for this?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
bro, easy.
I did,
Forza
yeah.
for 50,
Easy.
please.
Okay, I put
Yeah,
in 50.
this was an
Okay,
easy
sorry,
vote.
what'd you do?
Yeah.
Forza for 50?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ron?
200.
200.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Okay.
Someone's playing safe.
Yeah, I just put 1,000.
Okay,
in and
now
walk
that he
away.
said all my, I hope Hot Wheels wins.
Yeah, I want Hot Wheels to win now. Sunny,
I put 100.
100 on Forza? Alright.
Yeah, I put 100 on Forza. Yeah.
Alright, Adam?
I put 200 on Forza.
200.
Nice.
God.
Nice.
This is good. This
And
is a good
also,
category.
justice for Cruise and Blast. That game deserved a nomination.
You're right. You're right.
I will
Right.
fight people on that.
Okay, Axel?
No bet.
No bet. Okay.
Yeah.
David?
I respect that very much.
So I was gonna put 50, but now that everyone's dropping big money on here, I think I'm gonna raise it to 100.
Alright.
Wow.
This is almost
I'd
too
be-
cheap. It's
I know,
almost like
right?
too cheap
That's-
for me to engage in. Like
No.
this, it reminds me of
I
like
agree.
when like the like in high school, like Latino kids would choose to take Spanish in high school, and I'm like, come on, guys. You know what I
An
mean?
A is
Yeah.
an A, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making up for my wild ones that are.
Sure. Okay, so best sim or strategy, I did not put in a bet. I don't know a lot about most of these games.
Yep.
Um,
To me, this one's
So-
kind of a lock, but
what do you think, sorry?
I'd
I'm
go-
skipping, but I would like to know why the hell is Microsoft Flight Simulator here?
Because
nominated
it came
in
out
this
on
category
it came
last
out on
year.
yeah, it came out on
Yeah, the
Xbox
console
this year.
edition.
But
PC
that's
came
a
out
port.
last year.
Like, whatever.
It is, I agree, but I mean, it's still like eligible, I guess. So it's,
They did it
I'm
with
skipping this one.
Mortal Kombat last year, I think.
Yeah,
too,
they
with-
did. Yeah, a port of
Really?
Mortal Kombat
Okay,
was best
okay.
fighting game last year.
I mean, unless it's like a different game, I don't really see how.
Yeah,
it
that
can-
one was like an Ultimate Edition or whatever. Like,
It just had all the DLC. There's no difference.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
right,
what it
right,
was.
right. Anyway, yeah, no, I kind of agree. I mean, I guess being on Xbox, probably more people played it this year and were like, oh, like maybe
This is
thought
good.
this was new, but I don't know.
But-
Okay, so this one is because of general ignorance. Nice. Okay.
It could be, yeah. Okay, so Sarim, do you want to bet anything on this category?
No, sir. I am skipping.
All
I'm
right,
skipping.
Ron.
25 for Flight Sim.
All right, that's maybe a
Because
I
I
don't
feel the rest is just a bit too niche for I feel like maybe
Yeah.
Inscription
but-
was very well told.
Yeah.
Inscription was really well received.
And AoE 4's been waiting. Like people have been waiting on that.
People have been waiting
Yeah,
on AoE.
yeah.
Yeah, and they liked it. Like I think Inscription and AoE 4 both have a disadvantage being PC only.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
But anyway, Momo
I'm skipping this.
skipping. All right, Sunny.
Right, I put Flight Simulator as well for 25
All right.
because I think of all the people on this list, people go, "Oh, that one won last
Right,
time.
right.
That's the one I've heard of.
Do it
That's
Do it
one."
again. Do it again.
Yeah, it's like that. I remember that looking great. I
Great.
don't know why it's here, but I'm going to vote for it.
God, Adam.
I didn't bet anything. I think Inscription will take it,
Okay.
just because I think I've seen so much Game of the Year buzz for that game alone that I think it might be able to carry something like that. But just
Yeah.
not confident enough.
I think it.
to
I think it
bet
has a
money on it.
chance in
Good
the
here.
indie category, honestly, too. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah. Axel.
I'm skipping on this one.
Yeah.
AoE 4, personally, I think AoE 4 might take it, but because it is Microsoft and it has been a while since there's been an AoE game, but none of these really impressed me enough to say, yeah, they're Game
Yeah.
of the Year worthy.
All right, David.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip this too. Another one where you've got like so many disparate game types. You got 2 RTS, base builder, card game, and a flying game. Like, come on.
Doing these by I've
Jeff,
never
what are
been,
you
like-
doing?
I've never been a huge fan of doing these by genre, which is why, like, for our Game of the Year awards, we have like aspects of
concepts.
games that were
Yeah.
the best rather than like genres of games, because like
Mm-hmm.
it's like if something is in the category for like best for Game of the Year and it is an RPG, does it by necessity have to be in the best RPG category? You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
it's weird,
Yeah.
but anyway,
That's why we have action/adventure.
yeah, God. Don't even get me started on that's every game that's not expressly one of the other categories, basically.
Right?
Personally, I'm looking forward to future Game Awards where we get best Strand type game.
Yes,
I'm very
excited
excited.
for that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
category.
Or like best meta game. Best game.
Best
to take place in the
Kojima.
metaverse.
Best
Best
Kojima.
game.
Kojima
Best
game.
game published by
Okay.
Meta.
That's
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, now we're on best family game, which is just best Nintendo. So,
Yep.
um,
Well,
Most
don't
No,
know.
it is. It is.
It is.
No,
It
I feel like
is.
the argument
Four of
for
the five
It Takes Two being multiplayer very much comes into play here, being oftentimes a family member.
Yeah, but four of the five are Nintendo properties.
That's
Yeah.
Oh,
certainly
true,
true.
right.
But that's not going to win.
Death Stranding director's cut.
All right, so best family game. I am just lightly going in for Bowser's Fury 25 on that. Everyone really loved it. I feel like people especially I saw critics talking about it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a great little sort of proving ground tech demo for the next Mario game, which is definitely going to be open world. Proving that the concept can work with Mario.
Sure.
I was really impressed with it. So, and I think a lot of other people were too. All right, Sarim.
Mine is going to be 25 on Mario Party Superstars. I feel like of all of them, it has the easiest brand name recognition. Mario Party, you play that with family.
Yeah.
You don't remain family afterwards, but you play it with family. And yeah, so I'm gonna. It's an easy pick. I'll go for it. I don't get why It Takes Two is there because sure you might have
Definitely
played
not
with
a
the
game
family
that you
member,
would want to play with your parents.
but that's not the whole family, right? You're not what
It's
is grandma
kind of
backseat
like-
gaming? What?
It's also ironic because it's supposed to be family, but you're supposed to play it with your significant other, right? That's kind of creepy. What is that? Is this category for Alabama specifically?
Yeah, this is the Roll Tide Award.
This is the representation the Game Awards has been missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
We could maybe get a category for best incest game. We have several of them.
Oh God,
We
yeah.
do?
12
Yeah.
minutes?
12 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
12 minutes.
Spoilers?
Ron.
I'm putting 25 on It Takes Two.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel one of its themes is family.
Your husband or
Okay.
your wife is your family, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
And the
Technically,
child,
I guess.
the kid as
Yeah,
well.
Momo. Not all of our minds are in the gutter, okay?
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
You're right. My bad.
Okay. Momo.
I'm skipping this.
Okay.
Stepbrother?
Sunny.
Yeah, I'm skipping this as well. I mean, I probably would have given it to Mario Party, but I don't think I'm confident enough for it.
Okay. Adam.
I put 25 harmlessly on Super Mario 3D World. I think just universally that game was so well liked. It's a Mario game that people are familiar with, of course. So I think that may help. But I wouldn't be surprised if It Takes Two takes it either. The Mario vote could split, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, they released they released it from its Wii U prison, which is always good.
Yeah, exactly.
Axel.
I'm skipping on this one.
Okay. It's probably one of the Nintendos, though. David.
It's mostly the Nintendos. Yeah.
I kind of want WarioWare to win, but I think it'll be Mario 3D. I'm skipping it, though.
Okay.
I think Mario 3D is probably most likely.
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap would be kind of cool, because I did play that. That's a good one to play with other people and just chill out and look at Pokemon with people. And be
Yeah,
like, oh, look,
it was
cute.
it was a good game, and I enjoyed it. But I don't know that it's award worthy for really much of anything. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I'm surprised you don't have things like Let's Dance on here. Because Let's Dance you would play with friends and family.
You saying Just Dance?
Yeah.
Just Dance, sorry.
You said Let's Dance.
Let's Dance. I don't know where that came from. Yeah,
which is
just,
my-
It's the new
which is
spin-off
our new
because Ubisoft
competing
are
game.
original.
Yeah.
That was a Connect game.
Yeah.
sorry, Just Dance. That's what I meant. Yeah,
All right,
that one. Sorry, that's not on there.
we're on best fighting game, which I think
boy.
is an
I have
easy...
zero.
Huh?
I have
Yeah,
zero knowledge of
I
this
am
genre.
putting in Guilty Gear with no questions for that. Just putting 25 on
Easy.
it, but that's to me like a 100% win category.
I don't know. One's got
Um,
SpongeBob though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
One of them does have SpongeBob.
The fighting
Alright.
game genre
Melty
is
Blood.
so bad.
It's really
Yeah.
weird, because there just aren't 5 good fighting games
Yeah,
every year.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Every year, this category is kind of a
Is-
hodgepodge.
Yeah,
like I said
exactly.
last year with Mortal Kombat getting another nomination.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
just
I mean, I'd say there's
It's
rarely
It's okay,
one
guys.
good
Wait
fighting
till
game a year.
Multiverses comes out.
Yeah.
That'll fix everything.
That'll fix
No.
it. Alright, sorry, do you have any bets for this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a solid 50 on Guilty Gear Strive.
Alright.
It
This is the
everyone loved it.
Forza of the.
Yeah,
It's
this
the
is
Forza of
Forza
fighting
fighting
games. There you go,
games.
yeah.
I've been saying
Right?
that for months.
What other game has heaven or hell every
Heaven
single
or
fight?
hell.
Yeah.
right?
Okay, Ron?
25 on Guilty Gear as well.
Okay. The only
It's the only one I know pretty
yeah,
much.
the most I know about this game is just Ben's extremely passionate review of this.
Right. And,
Which,
and he competed.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I've seen people on Twitter and stuff talking about Guilty Gear as like a great fighting game and everything. Like, I was even tempted to try it out, and then I saw it was $60 US.
It looks
I mean,
great.
its arc
and
system works, right? Like they know how to make good-looking and good-playing
Yeah.
fighting games.
Yeah, I
it
will
looks
say-
good. It looks
I will
really
s-
good.
Yeah, I will say I'm not much of a fighting game person. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It really struck a chord with me.
Nice. I think that would be a great game to be on Game Pass maybe next year. So that people could kind of get a
Was
taste for
DBZ
it.
Hint,
Fighters
Uncle
on Game
Phil.
Pass?
I think it was
Ooh.
for a while. I don't think it's there anymore.
What systems is it on currently? Guilty Gear.
Okay, Sunny, you have any bets for this fighting game?
Yes, so I put Guilty Gear as well, but I put
Alright.
it down for 100.
100. Okay, confident. Adam.
I did not put any money down because I know very little about the fighting games community. I feel like Guilty Gear will take it, but Demon Slayer was kind of the reason I didn't bet anything. It seems kind of like may have a chance.
Don't bet against
Not a
anime.
lot of
Not-
ad time
yeah,
with a
not-
lot of people.
I would say that against the other games, I would say Demon Slayer probably has a good chance, but I think people like Guilty Gear was like a lot more refined and stuff.
I
will
feel like
say-
every year I hear like this is the year Guilty Gear's gonna win, and then it doesn't. So maybe this is the year it finally happens.
Trust us, we're saying it again this year.
Yeah.
I hope it does. I'm not a huge gaming fighting fan, but Guilty Gear is great. It always is.
All right, Axel.
I'm out on this one. I'm not. I'm waiting for the next iteration of Soul Calibur, and I'm waiting for it to be good.
Damn right.
That would be cool.
We'll
if
be
it was
waiting
good.
a while.
Yep.
David.
I think I'm gonna go Melty Blood for 50.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Guilty Gear's
Oh.
right.
Wow, come on, dude.
Gotta up that
I
in
can't
now.
believe
Gotta up
nobody
that
bet
in.
on SpongeBob. All right.
I'm kidding. I want Guilty Gear.
You want Guilty Gear? All right.
Yeah. I don't even know what Melty Blood is. I've never heard of it.
Never.
I've
It
heard,
looks
I've,
cool.
I've,
It's good.
It does look
heard
cool.
vaguely of it, and I know people like it, but not as much
Yeah.
as Guilty Gear. All right, so best RPG. I am not super confident in this one either, but I'm going to put down SMT 5 for 25.
I don't know. Cyberpunk.
I think it's pretty much between SMT and Tales of Arise for this. So, but I think there was a little bit more buzz around SMT 5. Like most of the buzz around Tales of Arise was like, oh, I thought this was going to be bad, but maybe it's not.
Pretty much. I think that's well summarized. Yeah.
Yeah, but Shin Megami Tensei is something people have been waiting for. When did 4 come out? Like 2012 or 2013?
It's
Yeah,
something like
Because
long
that.
Plus it was-
Apocalypse
yeah.
came out after that. I know, like the original SMT4 came out in like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
Um,
And 4 was handheld as well, which didn't help. Like
Yeah,
3 was
that's
the
true.
last sort of console one.
yeah. So people were waiting for a long time for this. Everyone was happy with it. So I wish this plucky little Persona spin-off good luck.
Oh, you're, okay. So,
Oh,
somebody wants to smoke today.
Oh my god.
I woke up and chose violence.
Oh my
You
god.
really did.
Sarim.
So I'm gonna take the opposite of you, and I'm gonna go Tales of Arise for 25 because you know what? Don't underestimate the power of wait. This was good.
Yeah, that's true.
It
Yeah.
can do things.
Yeah.
It can do things.
That's gonna power Guardians of the Galaxy to victory in some other categories.
I mean, everyone was like, wait a minute.
This
You
is
what?
good? All right, Ron.
Yeah, SMT 5 for me, 25 points.
You played that,
Because,
right?
I didn't actually,
didn't?
but
Okay.
I feel like many people will basically recognize that it's probably the best RPG on this list, and
hmm
just vote for that reason.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
It's got the whole Jack Frost in it. He dancing around, and he's pretty fun.
Mhm. That always helps for the mainstream media.
Yes. Momo.
I am kind of confident about Tales, actually.
Okay.
My primary reason is that I think if you can look at a series that's that big and go, this is the best entry in this series, it's going to be so much more appealing to people. Whereas I think SMT5, I think if an SMT fan has played it, they're going to probably think it's not the best in the series. I can't say for sure, but I don't think people are seeing it as the best. So I feel like people are going to be like, Tales of Arise, it's the series that I've loved, and it's finally done it. It has made the game that is Tales. This is what people are going to look at.
Okay. I think
I
that's
think-
fair.
yeah.
I had one other thought on SMT5, which is that the Nocturne, like SMT3 Remastered, came out earlier this year and was really buggy and like
Yeah.
was kind of a letdown for a lot of people. And so like
Yeah.
I think people had maybe like really put their hopes on this, and because it was good, like they got really more excited about it. You know, like oh man, I was like so worried that this was going to be bad. But like maybe it assuaged their fears. I don't know. All right, Sunny.
I wasn't going to vote on it, but I've changed my mind and I'm going to put Tales of Arise down for 25. I haven't played SMT5 yet, but I have played 3 and a couple of the other Digital Devil Saga ones. But I just don't. The thing with as Momo was saying, with Tales of Arise, it's got a much bigger legacy. And I've played a lot of Tales games, and it is really good. This one, I just don't think SMT has enough points of comparison, and it's not going to garner the same kind of conversations. And because of its difficulty as well, I think it's just not going to bring too many people into it either. And it's not Persona, which
the majority of the critic conversation is as someone who's only played Persona 5, and it's like, well, okay.
Well, this is it, and I think that's a lot of the issue with I think people are going to have against it. It's like,
I can feel that. That's probably my main issue with it too.
Where are the waifus?
Yeah. Adam.
I'm gonna go against the grain and put 25 on Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh wow!
Oh.
I think each one of these fan bases for each one of these games, except for Scarlet Nexus because it's so new, but I think they're all so passionate and dedicated.
Passionate's a good word, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the mainstream critical vote will kind of spread out, and I think the community vote may be the one to kind of decide that. And I think Monster Hunter's community may be just a bit bigger and dedicated to maybe get it pushed across the finish line over a Tales of Arise or Shin Megami Tensei.
Okay.
But
and
Cyberpunk kind of scares me.
The way that these things go, like if there are two that are really close, like the fan vote basically decides where it goes. So
yeah, and that's kind of my thinking, because I think Shin Megami and Tales will kind of spread the vote out enough critically that the fan base may be able to push.
Interesting.
Monster Hunter forward.
Axel, you have anything for this one?
I'm gonna throw down 100 on Tales of Arise.
Okay.
Whoa. And like you pointed out, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, it was buggy. That's probably going to lower expectations. Cyberpunk 2077 is still polonium. Nobody's going to touch it.
Can we address the fact that Cyberpunk is on this list for best RPG?
Why is it on this list?
If not Nier, should
it's technically an RPG? I guess.
I don't see
Nier not count as an
anywhere.
RPG.
I think people were a little less. My guess is that because Nier is a remake, people were less oh yeah, they should be on here.
Yeah.
Whereas it's in the score category because all the music was rewritten and rearranged and re-recorded and stuff. Maybe I don't know. That would be my guess, but yeah, I don't know. That has I'm trying not to think about it, I guess.
Well,
whereas Axel, you played you played Cyberpunk as well. I remember.
Yes, I did.
I think both of us agreed that the RPG elements were some of the weakest part of the game.
Right.
Whereas I felt the narrative was really strong and the soundtrack was phenomenal, but I really didn't feel any sense of progression playing through the game.
You know what I think it is? I think with these award ceremonies, you're not awarding the best RPG for its RPG-ness. You're awarding the best RPG because we call it an RPG.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk's RPG, it got an 86 in Metacritic, let's put it there. I think that's the general idea.
Did it really? I guess the
Does that mean
version.
Deus Ex?
It was 79 or something like that, right? But yeah, I know that's not your point. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, David.
Yeah.
So I was pretty confident in SMT, but then now everyone else seems confident on Tales. I don't really follow this very much because I haven't played either. Tales games have always been kind of hit or miss for me anyway, so I wasn't that interested in the new one. That it's good, I might actually have to play it.
There's a free demo.
My backlog's already too bad.
Yeah.
Throwing an RPG demo in there. I'm gonna stick with my guns, give it to SMT for 25.
Okay. Yeah. I do think it'll probably be one of those two, but hey, maybe Monster Hunter will rear its big dragon head.
I would be so happy.
That'd be great.
I don't think it'll
It's a
happen.
solid
but
dark
I would be
horse in
so
all of its
happy.
I would be happy if it did. Yeah.
I would be so happy.
Okay, best action adventure. I did not put anything down because I still don't understand this category.
It's way too broad.
Yeah.
Do you want the description for this?
Yeah, please.
For the best action adventure game, obviously, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
That's
That confused me because I haven't played Village, but did Village have
Yeah, it
Like
has
any
puzzles.
significant
Yeah.
traversal?
Yeah,
it's got
Yeah,
art
it's
element
puzzles.
traversal. Yeah,
it's
there's
kind of
Traversal.
open. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are like
Okay.
whole hidden
Alright.
areas and bosses you could find.
Okay,
Find a
alright,
crank
fair
and
enough,
go
fair
back and open a door, get a key, go back and do a
Yeah.
thing, you know.
I guess the
Alright.
description makes it more concrete. It has to have like combat, exploration, and puzzle solving. Like okay.
I always saw it as like a category where it's like, oh, you shoot things, but take a break to hear story. from
and
time
do
to
puzzle.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
no,
or
that's
do puzzle.
the
Yeah.
immersive
Yeah.
sim.
Okay, got to read the codex. You know, you got to read all that codex.
yeah.
All right. So, Sarim, did you put anything down for this one?
I am skipping, but I think Ratchet could take it. Metroid Dread seems a strong one, but I want Ratchet to win it.
I
I'm
think that
skipping it, though.
Metroid Dread is gonna kind of win it as compensation for not getting
Yeah.
Game of the Year.
Yeah. That was my rationale. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, but Metroid Dread, but I'm skipping this
okay,
one.
Ron.
I'm not putting down anything either, but I think it might be Psychonauts 2 in this case.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like it's a very good game, and it might not win anything else similar to Metroid Dread in that sense. So
That's fair.
yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, Momo.
Yeah, I'm skipping this.
Skipping,
I have no
yeah.
comments.
Sunny.
Yeah, I'm skipping this as well. I mean, I probably put said Ratchet, but I think the problem here is it's too thin. Like it's so spread out. It could. I mean, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy is going to get it, but I think any of those other four, it could really go into either way.
I think Guardians could get it. It got like really good reception, and it also is like very recent too. Like people remember.
You know what? Can I just say why I don't
But how
like
much
this
adventure
category?
is it?
I strongly do not like action adventure because like game of the year award is action adventure. Like every game of the year award is the action adventure game. Like you're not
Except
getting
we had. I think Overwatch was the only one that's ever won that was not an action adventure game.
Exactly. Like it's always that's what a game of the year is to critics around these publications. So like
Yeah.
action adventure is just another game. It's like the second game of the year. It's like the discount game of the year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
four of those are in the GOTY category.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's true.
you know,
It feels like a waste of a section. I mean, I don't know if did it get to me?
Yeah. Yeah. We're on you.
So I agree with the sentiment that this is here to give Dread an award. I don't think Dread is the best on this list, but I do think it's here for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm,
You
gonna,
put
I'm
any
giving
money?
25 to Dread.
25. Okay.
It's like how they introduced Best Direction the year Death Stranding came out. So it's
Yeah.
like, we gotta
It's like
give
this is the
Kojima
Kojima
something.
award. We're not gonna call
This
it
is the
that,
Kojima award.
But
Yeah.
like, all right. Axel.
he has to justify his plane ticket. You know.
Yeah, it's like Keely and Kojima are buds. He can't just do that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw 25 down on Psychonauts 2. I think that if it doesn't get Game of the Year, it will at the very least get Best Action
yeah.
Adventure.
That's fair. People really were passionate about that too, though. All right, David.
Sorry, I did the one earlier, so when I said Dread for 25.
Oh, you were Dread. Sorry, I put you there. All right, Adam. Sorry.
I put 50 on Dread. I think the murkiness of the category, where people kind of don't know how to really interpret it, will push people to just pick something like Metroid Dread. I don't know.
Something that they dread.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something
so
from Dread.
we're on Best Action Game, which is Best Action Adventure Game with a Gun. I believe is the.
No,
More-
Chivalry 2's on here. There's
Oh,
no
sorry.
guns in that.
Okay, the description is for best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat. So, like, yeah, the idea is that combat is the primary focus of the game.
Right.
Mhm.
So on this one, I did not put anything down. However, I think this is probably Returnal's chance to shine here, personally. But anyway, all right, sir.
So 25 for Returnal because, yeah, as you said, this is Returnal's chance to shine. It had the most fun combat out of any of these games, like
you're-
by a mile. So I'm gonna do that.
Wrong one, Nirav.
Oh, I forgot nobody bet there. Jeez.
One down.
Hey,
It's
put
okay.
Returnal in all the categories. I'm fine.
Yeah. All right.
Everything is Returnal.
All right, Rod. Action game.
Returnal 25 because as Sarim said, it's like the opportunity for this game to actually win an award, and
Yeah.
it's also the best action game on this list. So
Okay, Momo.
I'm also going Returnal 25. It's just I think the action is the good part about it.
Yeah, I will say though, like, I don't know if I would say it'll win or anything, but like, I have to shout out like the guns in Deathloop feel very good to use. Like they did a really
Yeah.
good job on the gunplay. All right,
My
Sunny.
only issue was like the sniper. Sorry.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree
No,
with that too.
I use the sniper like most of the time, and like I didn't have a lot of. The most fun I had with the sniper was like when a human Juliana invaded my game and we were
Yeah.
like firing across a huge area, like trying to snipe each other.
That's fun and a
It
very
was fun.
specific use case though,
Yes,
because
exactly.
like half
I
the
agree.
time, hey, stealth game, let's give you a gun that alerts the entire map to where you are.
Right.
I was like, why is it so loud?
I was like looking
Yeah.
for like a silencer the whole time. It's like,
Yeah, same here.
man, where is it?
Anyway,
All right.
sorry, son.
No, it's all right. Sunny?
That's all right, no worries. I'm gonna put it Returnal as well, but I'm gonna put 50 on this one.
Okay.
Because for everything,
Oh, Momo, how
I
much?
think
you
if
put on
anyone,
Returnal?
Oh, sorry, did I not click enter?
No. 25 over. All right.
25 over 5.
All
Do
right,
the math.
Adam.
I didn't put anything. I passed. I think I'm cheering for Returnal. I really hope Returnal takes it, especially since it didn't get nominated for Game of the Year. But
Right.
Deathloop, I could also see take it just because it does have that Game of the Year nomination.
Yeah. All right, Axel.
I'm going 25 on Returnal because it didn't get Game of the Year nomination.
Yeah.
Which bothers me. It's why.
I'm
Easy
honestly
category,
still
snub
like,
of the year.
having played neither of them, I personally am puzzled with Resident Evil being in there instead of Returnal.
Well,
I like
Resident Evil is the
Resident
better
Evil was
game.
good.
So.
I disagree with that, but I do think it was still very good.
Listen, which one has Lady Dimitrescu and which one doesn't? Okay.
Yeah, but one is
Returnal.
Celine.
power of memes, man, power of memes.
Power of memes.
All right, David.
Power of memes.
Yeah, so definitely Returnal, as you would
Yeah.
probably predict. 25. I'll say that I played Returnal, and then I went and played Ratchet and played some Deathloop, and came back and played Returnal, and I just like immediately within the first 30 seconds this feels so much better to play. This game feels so good to play. The movement, everything about it, I love. This game straight up my wheelhouse of gameplay style too, like with the dash and dodging stuff and moving fast and particles everywhere. I'm all about that. So
All right.
Did it induce the venerated flow state within you?
Oh
Did
yeah,
you go
man.
into the flow state?
Where's the Super Saiyan God mode or whatever?
Did you feel your hair glowing and growing?
Yeah, my hair turned blue actually.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, bro, you're
Wow.
winning. You're winning.
Or Ultra Instinct, that's what it is, right?
Ultra
Yeah.
Instinct, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for accessibility, I feel pretty confident about this. I don't know if people like have a lot of experience with this game.
You forgot
but,
to
like,
mention it's presented by Chevy.
Sorry, the award for innovation and accessibility presented by Chevrolet.
They're not paying us. We don't need to say that.
It wasn't
They have the
presented
most-
by Chevrolet. It was presented by Ford.
Accessible
So-
cars.
Yeah, I'm gonna put down the Veil for 50. I know a lot of people don't know about this game. If you don't, it is there is no visuals to it. There's no screen. It is an open sort of it's not open world, but it's like a linear but like still explorable action adventure narrative driven game with like dialogue choices and combat, and there's nothing on the screen. So the idea is that a blind and sighted person would play it the exact same way.
How do you make choices? Like through text? Like
Yeah, just by like feeling it out on the controller, basically, like where the buttons are, and like choosing to go this way, like when you walk around.
Is that
with
like
the
a
control stick.
DualSense thing?
No, you can do it on like a
Really?
regular like Xbox controller. I played the demo of it. Like, demo is free on Steam. Highly recommend anybody check it out. Like, it's crazy how well the combat works, because you have to wear headphones obviously, and you can.
So it's really audio heavy.
It's extremely it's 100% audio focused.
Okay.
Like, because there is no visuals. It literally is just a black screen the whole time.
That's cool.
Wow,
And
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen some blind people saying like, holy shit, like I can like play this game very easily, and like you can up the difficulty stuff too, and like make it so that like it's harder to detect where people are around you, but it's got like that surround sound thing happening where like you can hear people sheathing and like unsheathing their swords and stuff like that, and that's how you know where they are, or like you hear their footsteps crunching, and like you sling your sword like around in the direction that you're trying to like fight and everything. Because you are playing the game as a blind woman, like that is the protagonist that you're playing as.
Neat.
It's
cool.
absolutely brilliant innovation. I think just for that alone they'll take that award, because the rest of them are just kind of like extra accessibility settings,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's my spiel. Go check it out. Like I said, the demo's free on Steam. And I interviewed the developers a while ago about it on TechRaptor. If you want to go read that interview, it's really fascinating. So
Nice
yeah,
stealth plug.
good stealth plug. Yeah, Sarim.
Okay, sorry. Again, it's Sarim. Just
Sarim.
clarify.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not betting, but I just want to give mention to Forza because I saw one of their accessibility things was like you could straight up slow the pace of the game, but then like the reaction windows would remain the same. So it's like you're going and visibly it looks slower, but then the amount of time you have to react to like a drift or something is still the same kind of amount of time that you'd have at
That's
full
cool.
speed. But it's slower, so you had like mentally you can process that better. And I just saw this really cool conversation about how something like that could lead into discussions about how to make Dark Souls accessible, for example. And there was just a lot of really cool conversations surrounding that, and so I think that's cool. I'm not betting, sorry, but I wanted to make note
No,
of
that's
that.
that's a good shout out. Ron.
Yeah, similar for me, Forza for the same reason, but I'm not putting any points in either.
Okay. Momo.
Skip.
Okay. Sunny.
Yeah, I'm skipping this. I mean, I probably would have given it to Ratchet just because I know of the ones in there, but
Yeah.
stuff like this, you have no idea. Unless you're the kind of someone who uses, these settings.
Yeah,
I just don't.
yeah. If I hadn't done that interview with that developer, I would not have like dived so deeply into this game
Yeah.
and known about it. Which the fact that I don't know if many people know about it also will hurt it. But I mean, I'm glad it appeared in the nominations at least.
Yeah, I feel like an award like this needs to be like a limited pool of who can select it. I don't think
Yeah.
like random people who don't know about the accessibility going on
Yeah,
should
and
be able to pick this award.
And it's specifically called like innovation and accessibility. I think the Veil kind of is the definition of like an innovation in that way.
Yeah.
But anyway, Adam, did you have anything?
Yeah, I put 25 on Forza Horizon 5.
Okay.
I think I'm rooting for the Veil because of how it's created to be completely 100% accessible for people. But I think we're still kind of dipping our toes in the accessibility thing still with video games. So I think just like a wide spectrum of options is kind of where we're at still with these kinds of things.
No, I mean, I wouldn't be super shocked if Forza wins for that, 100.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. Axel?
And
sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm skipping on this one.
Okay. David?
Yeah, I was leaning Ratchet because I heard a lot of buzz for it when it came out. People were giving it praise, but I don't know enough, so I'm skipping.
Okay. No problem. Best VR, I am going to put down 50 on Hitman 3. So maybe Big John will get off my back.
I was going to make the same joke.
Yeah. Oof. All right, Sarim.
Thank you. I'm gonna say 25 on Resident Evil 4 because I heard just a lot of good buzz about it. People, again, it was like, wait, hold on, this works surprisingly well in VR.
I feel like people got mad about it because they censored something. Is that right? They censored something.
They cut out some lines, right?
They cut out some. I don't remember what it was, or if it was something that maybe should have been censored, but I don't remember. I think
they changed a couple lines from the original.
Fair enough. But I feel like this would be more heavily focused on hey, how is it as a VR game? Which I don't feel that applies too much. I don't know. I heard a lot of good buzz specifically about hey, this plays surprisingly well in VR.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go 25 on that.
Ron.
Yeah, I'm putting 75 on Resident Evil 4 actually.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of buzz and people really seem to love this game. Some people even compared it to Half-Life Alyx. I'm not sure if they would have to go that far, but I don't know. People were just very positive about it. So yeah, let's go with that.
All right, Momo.
I'm skipping.
All right, Sunny.
I'm putting 25 on Resident Evil 4 as well. I just think out of all this, a lot of people have love for that game, and I think they're the one this is the one they're going to try out the most. Just being able to move around in that village and see things from other perspectives and experiencing that game again, which is something we always want to be able to do, to experience a game that we love again for the first time.
Right.
And I think that did that.
Okay.
So
Adam.
I put 25 on Resident Evil 4. Big John can come at me. I feel like with Hitman 3, I saw enough people who were like, "Oh wow, they made Hitman on VR." I think that will be kind of enough.
I will explain my reasoning here. Hitman 3 is not in any other categories, and people fucking loved Hitman 3. Everyone is going to vote for this game because it's not anywhere else, even if they didn't play it in VR.
I also think just generally people are like critics are less keen to give an old game a re-reward.
Yeah.
I know like RE2 remake the year it came out was my favorite game that year. No, like almost no awards. Nobody
remake?
acknowledged it. Resident Evil 2.
Oh
Resident
yeah,
Evil 2
yeah,
remake.
yeah. No, it
It
got
got,
Game
like,
of the Year
nothing.
nomination.
It got a Game of the Year nomination, but no other categories, I don't think,
Oh really?
if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
Okay, Axel.
I'm skipping on this one.
Okay, David.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know that Hitman 3 had a VR mode until this list.
Exactly.
Me
So
neither.
that looks fun. Like the idea, that sounds
Yeah.
really cool. And I want to try it. But and RE4, I mean, I watched some stuff on it. It looks really neat, but I'm gonna skip it.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, if Hitman 3 was in another category, I wouldn't be betting on it here. But this is its conciliatory prize.
Right. That makes sense, actually.
Community support, which that feels like one I need to read the definition of.
Yeah,
Recognizing
exactly.
a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches.
I don't know. I don't see how it's not 14, but
Right. I'm not going to
Yeah.
bet on this one, but I'm thinking Final Fantasy 14 this year. Sarim, what do you think?
I'm gonna put 75 on Final Fantasy 14 because again, like, didn't the director come out and bow in
Yeah, he
shame
tearfully
over a delay or
apologized
something?
and said, like, a
he,
thing is
and
delayed
the
for
entire
2
community
days.
Two
was like,
weeks.
No, please take your time, King. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
everyone's like, no, it's
So it's
delayed.
like-
It's like 2 weeks ago.
Cyberpunk-
No one-
So all
nobody was
Cyberpunk did was
angry.
meme the color yellow for every delay. Meanwhile, this guy is out here crying over a 2-week delay. Like,
Which I think is
that's
indicative
support,
of
my
a
guy.
greater problem in the
I think he
games
needs
industry
support,
and
but no.
Japanese work
Yeah.
Oh,
culture. but-
man, yeah.
Yoshi is
There's
like
a
the
lot-
most passionate game developer I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
a
that
lot
guy
to
is
unpack there
so
for sure, but
dedicated.
definitely Final Fantasy 14.
Sure. Ron.
Yeah, 14 too. I mean,
They made a
community-
second one? Oh,
14
shit.
too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 14 too. It's coming out soon.
Lightning
actually.
returns.
Yeah.
Lightning strikes twice.
Like,
Oh, that's a good name.
that's a better name. Why didn't
Squeenix
they do
high, this man.
that? Okay,
Warrior of
how many are you
Lightning.
putting down on that?
None actually.
Oh, none.
I'm just,
Okay, so-
I'm just saying that's probably going to
Yeah,
win,
sure.
but I'm not putting in any points. So.
Okay, Momo.
I am also giving it to Final Fantasy 14, but that is not a 14. I'm also giving it to 14. However, can I just say, the fact that Destiny 2 was nominated in this category offends me.
People are mad.
My
I,
sensibilities.
mad.
I'm right there with you.
It offends me. I have not seen worse community support from a video game. Like,
Right.
it is abhorrent. I've
Well,
never
New
been
World,
more
maybe?
offended.
This
think
week
it's
at
so
Bungie.
bad.
Screw
I think
you in
that-
particular.
I think genuinely Destiny 2 is there just because it's a thing that the general public recognizes the name of.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They literally
People play that, right?
the critics saw
People
the,
do
the
play that still, yeah.
the
It's
critics
still very
saw
big.
it and just clicked it because
Right.
I play
they had
Destiny
no
2,
idea.
but I agree it's been troublesome.
Yes. Sunny.
See, I wasn't going to vote for this because I was going to vote 14, but I felt I might have tunnel vision because I love 14. I live and breathe that thing. So I thought, but now everyone else is saying such great things about it. Maybe I'm not my only one. So
I've seen every critic, every publication has been like raving about it this year. So
Mhm.
awesome. I'd love to hear that. I'm going to put 25 on this because I didn't have
Alright.
enough points to spare.
Adam.
I didn't vote for anything, or I didn't
Mm-hmm.
bet anything, I should say, on this one, just because it seems weird, this category in general. I could see
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 taking it, but Fortnite's bizarre community
Fortnite's had a lot of like
activities.
good updates and like
The
people. have
Ariana
always-
Grande concert, the Martin Luther King
They did the
thing they did
Naruto
this
stuff,
year,
like-
the Naruto,
Yeah.
like that could take it, and I'm just not sure enough to
I'm just like
to bet
not
confidently.
involved enough in that to understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
Does fan service count as community support?
You give the fans what they want. That's what community support
Yeah,
is.
I guess. Yeah, okay. never mind.
Every fan of Fortnite wanted a Martin Luther King.
I mean, you didn't, bro.
The thing is, like, I'll say, like, 14 actively responds to the community and makes changes based
Right.
on
Yep.
what the community's saying, whereas Fortnite is just doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Man,
And the community is having fun, but
the
it's
thing is,
not like they're...
It's supporting them.
right.
Yeah, the-
Fortnite, like basically their idea is like we have enough money to throw spaghetti at the wall every week.
You make six.
Right, yeah.
Eventually, some of it sticks. Yeah, and it works.
Yeah, I think with Fortnite, it's not that it's like a lot of community support; it's a lot of game support. The
Yeah,
game gets
right.
so many updates
I can
and
see that.
content, whereas it's not really the community.
Also, to give a shout out, like Apex Legends has had a pretty good year still. Honestly, like I don't think they're gonna win this category or anything, but like they have been doing good community support and like responding and like patching back a lot of like. I will say that most of it has been putting out fires that they started, but like they have been doing it.
And I respect how much work No Man's Sky's put into that game over
yeah,
the years.
for sure.
I've heard good things about that too. Actually, that's why I put no points in, because I was just doubting too much.
Axel, you've been there since the bad times, right?
Oh yes, I still have my my first save there. No, I'm gonna throw in for No Man's Sky.
Okay.
Throw down 75 for that guy.
Ooh,
Respect.
Good. All right, David.
25 for 14.
Okay. All right. Best mobile game. This one is maybe not.
I know nothing about this.
I don't know anything about this
haven't.
except that
Easy
people
winner.
do like League of Legends. So I know that League of Legends exploded even more this year because of the Wild Rift.
You forgot.
I don't even know what Wild Rift is.
Presented by Verizon. No, sorry, we're not getting paid. Presented by AT&T.
There we go.
But I'm not putting any money down on this, but I do think that League of Legends Wild Rift is gonna take it.
Has anyone played that?
I have. I played like 2 or 3 matches of it just to see if it worked. It works extremely well. I was very shocked at how well the experience translated onto a phone. Because they rebuilt the entire game. It's not just a port. They like completely remade the game to work for phones, including like the UI, the buttons, like even like the characters and stuff like have things that have been changed to work better on phones, and like it's like a separate online pool than the PC version, but like I think even the Wild Rift version has like 30 or 40 million monthly players on it already, so like it's wildly popular in like China and India and stuff, but
nice.
I don't know. I think that it's a really impressive mobile like remake of a game that's already really popular. So anyway, but I'm not betting. All right, Sarim.
I'm gonna go big for my favorite here, which is 75 on Genshin Impact, because Genshin is obscenely popular, right? I don't think that's an understatement.
It is obscenely popular. You're right.
I am one of the I'm part of the problem. I love Genshin Impact. I play it on my PS5.
Yeah,
I don't play it on mobile, but like mobile is a huge part of the audience.
It is a huge part of it.
Like it's Genshin. I'm voting Genshin.
All right, Ron.
I'm not putting in anything, but I think it might be Fantasia, but that's basically the only one I know a bit of, because it's by
people liked Fantasia.
the creator of Final Fantasy. Yeah,
I think people.
Probably there's access, isn't it? Because it's on iPhone. Isn't it only iPhone?
It's only iPhone.
Yeah, only Apple Arcade.
I think so.
Only Apple Arcade.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right, Momo.
I'm skipping it, but I also think Genshin will win.
Okay. Sunny.
I'm skipping this one as well. Don't
Adam?
really have any. The only one on here I played is the Marvel Future Revolution. That's about it.
Did you like it?
I'm still play it. It's pretty. It's pretty good.
Jones likes it.
Yeah, it is good. It's good. It is good. But
Adam.
Yeah.
I didn't bet money on any of these. I know nothing about mobile games. I'm rooting for Fantasian because it's a Miss Walker game, and I want Miss Walker all the success in the world. So
Okay. Axel.
I'm skipping out on this one.
Okay. And then David.
Same, skipping. I think Fantasian, that's where I lean, just because it looks great. The visuals look nice, and I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, sure.
I've heard Genshin also has some like spotty phone. It's not the best on the phones.
Yeah, that's because they're not using Verizon. They're not powered by Verizon.
Oh, right.
oh, that's right.
Too many AT&T customers.
Performance is only for Verizon customers.
Yeah. Okay, so best indie, which I think is going to be a really up in the air category this year.
It's going to be a
Looks very
bloodbath.
contentious.
It is it is a bloodbath.
It'll be
however,
a door to death.
Yeah, I am because of my strong belief in this game. I am putting down Death's Door for 50.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love this game. This is for me the best indie game I played this year by a long shot. Like no contest. But I think critics loved it too. It wasn't like as much of a critical darling as like last year, like Hades had already won before things started.
Yep.
The year before, like Celeste already won before anything started, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's mine. But let's see, Sarim.
I want to say Death's Door, but like I feel like Kana has a higher chance of taking it. Just based on, like you said, like critical reception, people were raving about Kana.
Yeah.
Death's Door, like I saw people raving about it, but there weren't like as many on a wider scale. So My personal is Death's Door, but I'm gonna put 25 on Kana because I think that's a solid bet.
Okay.
And if anyone votes 12 minutes, you're dead to me.
Right. So that's correct.
And
by
possibly
the
my
way,
brother.
everyone, please head to youtube.com/Gameluster to see Jess's horribly scathing review of 12 minutes.
That game's rough.
When asked if she would play it again, she responded that she'd rather prick out her own eyes. So, yeah.
I think it's. Never mind.
She's very British, so.
Yeah, that's true. Ron.
Well, in that case, I'm going to change from 12 minutes to Death's Door.
That's a safe pivot.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
god, am I
just joking.
intimidating? Hell yeah.
No, just joking. I was already putting it on Death's Door.
How much?
25. I feel like it's the most, well, other than Kana, it's probably the most accessible indie on this list.
Yeah, I think that
Most people will like it.
yeah, it's also worth noting that Loop Hero and Inscription are both PC exclusive, which is like definitely like a little bit limiting for things like this.
Yeah.
Loop Hero
Yeah.
will be on Switch.
It'll be on Switch soon, but it's not.
But
right
it
now.
isn't right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Momo.
12 minutes.
Oh my
What?
god.
Wow.
Oh!
No.
I have no faith in this game, but I'm just doing it for the fuck of it.
Oh
All right.
my god.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
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 Chaos. Sunny.
I'm skipping this one.
All right.
Death's Door, I think, would probably take this.
Yeah. Adam.
I put 25 on Death's Door. It's the most. It's the multi-plat of this category that isn't a trash game.
That's fair.
Won't name any names, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, Axel.
I'm going to put 25 down on Kana.
Okay.
I think at the very least, and this is just weird tea leaf reading, but it's if Valheim gets the best debut of the game or best debut game, Kana will be a shoe-in for best indie overall.
Oh, okay.
I think I will say, contrary to that, like this is the only category Death's Door is in, and people really did love that game. I feel like that could sway it a little bit here too. David.
Yeah, I think that's that reason. Also, Death's Door is my second favorite game this year. I like the style of it. I think it looks great. It sounds great. Good soundtrack. Plays very fun. I had a really good time playing it. It's got a good sense of humor too. It's kind of serious, but it still like throws in the jokes.
Yeah.
12 minutes tried. It did not land on any of it. Inscription's really good. I've been catching up on that. I like it a lot, but
Yeah.
I like Death's Door more, so 25 on that.
I think people did really sleep on Inscription. I think the critics played it because it was like a Devolver game, and everyone was like, oh, make sure let's play it. But I just feel like it didn't reach a wide audience, unfortunately.
And Loop Hero's cool. I just
I think people
I wasn't really in the mood at the time.
Loop Hero also came out the first week of January, and I'm
Yeah, it's
people
probably
forgot
true.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's award season suicide, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Best-
no, that committed
okay.
suicide in its own ways.
Right. So best ongoing game. I'll also read that description. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time.
This is another one that's just weird.
Yeah, this one is also weird to me. Like, I didn't put anything down for this one, but I also think it's gonna be 14. I'm not sure because I know that Apex is on here, and I know that one has done really well this year with adding new content, adding new maps, adding 4 new characters. Somehow miraculously, none of which broke the meta or anything. And then Fortnite obviously added all that stuff, and I haven't seen people talk about Fortnite in a while, but when the Naruto stuff came out, I saw it everywhere.
Believe it.
Believe it. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm not betting anything. Sarim.
I am not betting. It's honestly thinking about it. I was like, oh, this is actually surprisingly close because, like you said, Apex has added a lot. Final Fantasy, I don't know how much it's added this year, but it's been heavily talked about.
Endwalker's
So,
about to come out, so I
Endwalker's
wonder how much
not out
that's
yet.
gonna.
right. Okay.
That's
So
the
then
thing,
there's a big
yeah.
thing about to come out, and it's been heavily talked about. Fortnite, as we said, just chuck shit at the wall. I'm the Genshin simp. I love Genshin. I would vote for that, but Warzone is the only one I'm a bit like. Is anyone thinking of this as a contender here?
No,
'Cause
I
not.
play Warzone, and it
Yeah.
this year's
Warzone
been
is there
fine,
because
but
it's a
They
game people
added
have
John
heard of.
McClane, right? That's cool.
yeah,
Yay.
but it was small. It's
Yeah.
it's
Um,
not as significant as the changes Fortnite does.
yeah. So I don't get why it's there. I'm skipping.
Because people have heard of Call of Duty. Right.
Right.
Pacific map is coming out soon, so maybe that's part of the reasoning. But
Wow.
Ron.
14 for me, and I put 50 on that.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I skipped the community support for this one.
Okay.
To me, it's like, I don't know. They are feel like similar categories to me.
Yeah,
Right.
they're kind of similar, but it's more like the content versus the developers, how good they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially with Endwalker coming out, I feel like on the back of that, it should win this. But
Yeah.
provided
alright,
it comes out in time. So
cool. Momo, you want anything on this?
I'm skipping, but I also think it's 14.
Okay. Sunny.
I'm in the same boat. I think this 14 should get this, but they haven't. Yeah, I'm not going to put anything down for this.
Okay. Adam.
I am 100% confident in Final Fantasy 14 in this category. I've put 100
Whoa.
Yo.
on this.
100 Todd
That's
coins.
1%.
I feel like
Bro, you're
I
crazy.
feel like every single person I have seen talk about this category, it is Final Fantasy 14 is winning this, and that's it. That's the conversation
pretty much the
I've
yeah, I
seen
agree.
around this category. It feels like so.
Okay.
100
14
on,
has just
on
been
14.
so strong in the zeitgeist this year, especially with the
It
downfall
has.
of WoW and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Axel.
I'm going to throw down 25 for Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
It like you said. Actually, I'm a little surprised. I'm guessing that the rules state that you can't have an ongoing game which won last year be in the
Well,
current
no,
year's
I think that
nominations.
you can because I remember other games have won it twice before. Like,
Which is
If-
and that's what makes it weird because No Man's Sky is
yeah,
also
they
an
won
ongoing
last
game.
year and they're not in
They
there
won
this year.
last. Yeah,
I don't think there's
and
a
it's
rule
like,
against that because Microsoft Flight Simulator is still here.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. But again, it's like, why is No Man's Sky not in there? And we've got frickin' Warzone.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, true.
It's like, so,
All right, David.
Yeah, this category feels like one of those. The idea behind it was to have two different online games get represented, and so instead of having like one MMO or one online genre, they have like, oh, we can give an award to Final Fantasy, and we can give an award to Fortnite or Genshin or something.
Yeah, I get that.
That might have been the original idea,
Yeah.
but this year it feels like 14 is a lock for both.
Okay.
I'm giving 25 to 14.
Nice. All right, let's keep moving. Games for Impact. I will also read this one quickly. Like I get the idea on this one. Makes sense, but let's see here. Where is it on the list here? For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. So I don't know if I didn't put anything down here. I think Life is Strange is gonna win this, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know people like Chicory a lot, but like the I don't know, like Life is Strange had some. I played that game this year and it's fantastic. It's one of the best games this year. Like it's the best Life is Strange game. I think I think this is just this is honestly like I think in previous years this has been the Life is Strange category. So like, and this is widely like agreed to be like the best one. So yeah, I mean like
Before Your Eyes is pretty great.
yeah, there are some other great games in here too, for sure. All right, Sarim, you want to put anything down?
I'm skipping this one. I think it's a Life is Strange sweep here. I don't get White Boyfriend Dungeons here because I played it, and there's some good messaging about self-confidence, but its most like important message or the message it puts across the most is, hey, stalking's kind of bad.
Stalking is
And
bad.
that's it. That is it. Like, no disrespect. It's a fun game, but that's it.
Hey,
for the
don't,
messaging.
don't stalk
Hot-
people. You heard it
hot
here
take.
first.
Yes, sir.
Ron.
Hot takes.
I'm shameful to admit that I've not played any of these games yet, though I'm really interested in them. But I heard very good things about Before Your Eyes, which you play like literally with your eyes, right? By
When you
Blinking.
blink, it goes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah.
scene.
yeah.
Yo,
I
that's
saw
cool.
some gameplay of that. Looked really interesting. So I put 25 on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's. Well,
Yes. All right,
Yeah.
Momo, you have anything?
I am skipping, but I have faith in Chicory.
Okay.
I want to play that. It
People
looks
liked.
cool.
I
It looks
haven't
fun.
finished it. It's fun. It's cute. Sunny.
I'm gonna go with Life is Strange for this one for 50.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I think just that's had the most appeal in here.
Yeah, it had a lot of like I didn't really see anyone talking negatively about it at all like this year. So, Adam.
Yeah.
I didn't bet on any of these games. I haven't played any of these games yet, unfortunately. But I would I would assume Life is Strange will take it just from the mainstream appeal over some of the other stuff. But
Yeah. Axel?
I'm going to skip out on this one, I'm afraid.
Okay. David?
Yeah, I'm skipping too. Before Your Eyes would be mine because it's very creative and unique, and it's an emotionally impactful game, I think.
Yeah.
And the problem is there's some technical difficulties where it'll register blinks because you have to have your webcam, and sometimes it won't like register blinks appropriately or stuff, and it can really screw up your engagement with the scene.
Could you just put like a picture of just open eyes in front of it and just fool it completely?
Cheat code.
I mean, you could maybe cheese it. I'm not really sure.
I would love to cheese that. All right, best performance. I unfortunately, and I don't feel like he deserves this, but I am going to say that Giancarlo Esposito is going to win. Like he did a great.
It's like literally your face and is the marketing. I think it's hard to.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Like, I've not finished Far Cry 6. I've played like probably 7-8 hours of it. Giancarlo did email me and tell me to keep playing.
Right.
But
It's such a weird tactic. I don't.
So bizarre.
but he does a fantastic job. I think he's not in the game as much as I would like, and I also think that let me make sure I say her name right. The actress who played Juliana in Deathloop deserves this award, like hands down.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
She was fucking fantastic. Like some of the definitely the best voice work I've heard this year. But all these people in this category did great work. So like I won't be upset about any of them winning or anything like that. But
I was kind of shocked you weren't all for Erica.
Erica Mori, she was fantastic too. Like what I'm saying is like, I don't know, like the back and forth between like Cole and Juliana is like really just like that's the game, you know, like that's
Nirav,
it's so
it's
invigorating.
brilliant.
What's
you
that?
want a side bet right now?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Yo, do we have
Wager-
other
wager
Todd
some
coins in
$10?
distribution?
I will.
Okay,
you want to put some Todd coins on the line?
Put some Momo
for
coins.
what are you,
Come on,
what are you
Momo.
betting?
I do not think Giancarlo Esposito is winning this.
Okay.
I feel it. I feel it
You
in
feel
my
so
soul.
strongly?
He's not winning. I feel so strongly he's not winning this.
Hmm?
I
I bet the email pushed people over the edge. I really do. I
They were like,
bet that.
hey, I like this guy. Email. Never
Oh my
mind.
god!
Do this
Now he's mocking me from over the internet.
Oh my god, he's mocking me from the grave. Let me see. Okay, what is the bet then?
I don't know how we do this, but just a side bet. Just
Yeah,
a harmless
water.
side bet.
Water bet. You have to pour
Okay,
water on your head if you get it.
I think it's got to be another name change. I got to think of what it is.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, like okay, what happens if you lose?
Some sort of name change. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll make me
Gian Momo Esposito.
Yeah, Gian Momo.
Jim. I kind of like that though. Is that a bad thing? That doesn't feel like a penalty. I don't know.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm skipping, but I agree with you. I believe Oziyama Akaha as Juliana Blake. She deserves it. She was brilliant, and like she brought out Colt even more. Like Jason
Yeah.
Kelly was great, but he was great because
Because he had her to
Juliana
play
was
off
there,
of, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she deserves it, but I think Giancarlo, because of just insane mainstream, not appeal, but presence,
Just like people
is
know
like
who
he's
this
just
is.
there,
Yes.
right? He's staring at you, mocking you from your email inbox.
Yeah, and like
So yeah, I think he's gonna win it, but I'm not gonna bet on that because I don't want to give my hard-earned Todd coins to Ubisoft. All right?
okay. I'm gonna
Respect.
Thank you.
type trade deal alert as a reminder that we have an extra bet here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's see here, Ron.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Maggie Robertson could take it for the memes.
Okay.
Yeah, the memes are strong.
The memes are
Yeah.
strong with her.
She'll walk out on stage.
The
as,
problem with
like,
that though, aren't the memes more about the
how big she is.
character model rather than necessarily?
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
People
but
will
it's-
translate their excitement.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need a voice to be
do you
stepped
wanna
because
on.
they
put
always
money on
relate.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you do need a voice to be stepped on for giving the safe word.
Yes.
Oh,
you
that's
need-
true.
Or to be asked
No,
to
the person-
step on
I mean,
more.
the
There are
person stepping,
processes to
sorry.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
the person to be the stepper in the step one situation.
Okay. Do you want to put money on that? On Maggie Robertson?
25.
Okay. All right, Momo.
Money on being stepped
Anything
on. All
this?
right.
I'm skipping.
You're just betting against Giancarlo.
I'm
All
just I don't know who is
Sure.
gonna win, but I just feel it's not gonna be him.
right. Okay. All right. Sunny.
I've not played any of these games, so I don't think I'm in a position to. I think Giancarlo, unlike some of the others, is his face as well as his voice
Yeah.
is attached to that character, which I think will hold a lot
And
more
his
weight.
emails.
And his
Emails.
like
you know?
yeah, the thing about like with Giancarlo Esposito, like his face is Far Cry 6, so it's like
Yeah.
hard to
Yeah.
The problem is
Yeah.
like so many people are probably basing his performance on his Breaking
performance in
Bad
like Breaking
performance.
Bad or something.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think you're
'cause
right.
he's good. He's a great actor, so therefore he's good. in
He's
this
a great
too.
actor, and he's also really good in this. Like I'll
Yeah,
agree,
yeah.
but like again, like it's just anyway. Okay, Adam.
I put 50 on Giancarlo. I don't want to get emailed by Ubisoft, so I decided to that.
Hey,
So-
this whole-
Hey, we
Here's
want
the
to
twist:
podcast.
you still get emailed, but this time it's Giancarlo with an approving smirk instead of
Yeah.
looking down on
Very
you.
good.
Like you chose very wisely.
Yeah.
I don't think Giancarlo is the best performance per se. But I think there's enough. Like I think the Deathloop vote will kind of be split between the two leagues.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see
Um,
that.
I could see
Yeah.
Maggie Robertson winning because of the memes. But I think Giancarlo's
Yeah,
kind of
all right,
mainstream enough to take
Also,
it.
of these 4 or 5, is he the only mocap?
He did. Robert, I don't think that. Oh no, Erica Mori did mocap too for.
She did?
Yeah, she did
Oh, okay.
for Life is Strange. I remember her tweeting about it even. But okay, Axel.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw down 25 for Giancarlo. He's an excellent actor. He is the face of the franchise. I still get chills listening to his voiceover work in the original trailer for Far Cry.
Yeah,
6.
he's.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was really good. Though.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, David.
I've only played RE8 and a couple hours of Deathloop, so I'm skipping. I do find Lady D being in here kind of funny, like really just for the crowd memes. That's it.
Mhm.
Like she's fine. It's a fine performance, but it like didn't really stand out outside of just
think I
everyone
saw
loving the character.
I think I saw an interview with this actress saying like, "Oh, I didn't even know I was in Resident Evil till I got
Yeah.
to the studio."
I saw that interview.
Yeah.
Okay, so best audio design, right? Yeah, best audio design. I did not put anything down for this one. I think that'll probably be Returnal from what I've heard, but like I said, I
Oh.
didn't play it.
1000%.
Anyway, Sarim.
Okay, I'm gonna put 25 on Ratchet. Returnals was brilliant, but so was Ratchet's, and like as many people have said so far, it's like this was the first like, hey, this is the showcase piece for the PS5 right now, and the audio was a huge part of that. The way they use 3D audio, and also I don't know,
The DualSense audio too.
the
like, from the
DualSense audio,
controller.
and
Yeah,
also
that
the
was
way the
really
DualSense
impressive.
worked with the audio. Like it
Yeah.
enhanced the
Oh,
audio
the
with like
rumble
the
with like
adaptive
certain
triggers.
guns.
Yeah,
the-
the
like-
adaptive triggers on like the shotgun, bro. And I know
loved-
that's not technically audio, but it enhanced the audio experience.
No.
for
Like
me.
some of it, because like the way that they did it was like using all the motors inside the DualSense
Yeah,
at
to make
different
specific
speeds to
noises,
make
yeah.
different sounds, like at different frequencies for the
Right.
guns.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
that is
it's
that's
incredible.
insane.
Yeah.
I love
played-
it. So I'm gonna
I
put
played
25
the
on Ratchet.
entire. I also heard that most of those haptics are actually being designed by audio designers in game.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Right.
specific gun that if you put it on your desk, it'll rumble the sounds like a specific like frequency and stuff based on what the gun is doing.
Yeah, bro. Like you can communicate in Morse code with your weapons. Like it's Ratchet. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, 25.
All right, Ron.
I didn't put anything in this category because I feel it's highly contentious. It's really hard to say which one will win this one. But all of them have really great positional 3D audio, so that's a big thing this year. Definitely, yeah.
All right, Sunny. Or sorry, Momo.
Yeah, I'm skipping.
All right, Sunny.
I've put 25 down for Forza.
Okay.
For
Yeah, I've
this one
heard good things
specifically.
about the audio.
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty much kind of where I'm coming from this. I don't really hear a lot of talk about Ratchet for his audio personally, but yeah, I've heard a lot from Forza. Personally, just heard a lot about Forza. You know, with the way those engines sound,
Right.
and the way that everything is very distinctively done, and other yeah.
Okay,
That's-
Adam?
I didn't bet anything on this because I think there's a strong case to be made for every single one of these games. Really, I think it's probably one of the more wide open categories this year.
Axel.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I can't really, I'm partial to Returnal because I have played it, but at the same time, just from what I've heard from other people, and just seeing clips and whatnot, it's like, damn, that all of these just sound amazing.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
So I'm skipping this one.
David?
I really can't.
I mean, you can also guess with this. I'm putting 50 on Returnal just because I have to support my game, but I will say it's the best Sonic game I've ever played. I think it, in terms of just like the way it creates an atmosphere, even like across PC stuff too. I have a pretty good pair of headphones, and I thought Ratchet sounded great. And Ratchet is like a real big showpiece too. When you go out to the city, not only the amount of cars going on, but like the city itself just feels very alive. And when you go to the club, you can really position where the club is, and it has good rumble. I think Ratchet and what's mentioned, the controller, but I don't know, Returnal just created such a sense of atmosphere with its soundscape that I loved it. Couldn't get more of it.
Yeah.
And I love the soundtrack too a lot in that game. So
Okay.
the Midsommar composer.
That's fair. Okay, best score in music. I did not put anything down for this one because I really don't know which way it's gonna go. Like, I of course love the Near Replicant score. It's one of my favorite scores of all time, and I don't know if it's gonna win. Probably just purely because it's a remake. I feel like people might discount it. So also, by the way, I should read the description for outstanding music inclusive of score, original songs, and or licensed soundtracks. So licensed music is like part of this.
Yes.
I think that Near
Almost feels
Replicant
like
is the
cheating.
best one. It does feel like cheating because that's, I mean, I'm guessing how Guardians of the Galaxy slid in, which has a great score, but it is, when I was playing it, I was not like, this is one of the best scores of the year. Cyberpunk, I think, is also a fantastic score. They did, the music might have been the best part of the game, honestly.
Yeah.
And
Can't go wrong with like hard synthwave.
yeah, it's really good.
Great,
and my
great
personal
genre.
favorite soundtrack, I think this year might have been like, or maybe it was probably Near, but like after that, I would say Death's Door, which is not on here anyway. But yeah, let's see. Sarim, are you here?
Yes.
Hey, what do you think for score?
I'm not placing any bets, but I just want to give it to Nier. I didn't play Nier, but it's the same like composer as Automata, and man, the music is so good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think Replicant is like a tiny hair better than Automata, like music wise.
Fair enough. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, I want to give it to Replicant. I'm not placing any bets though.
All right, Ron.
I'm not putting in a bet either, but I also feel like it should be Nier. That's where I put my own vote. Other than that, I think Guardians might actually take this one.
So yeah, worth noting that in 2017, Nier Automata did win Best Music. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, Momo.
I'm also not betting, but if Guardians wins, I will dunk my head in wax for a second time.
A second wax.
Although I will
Where
say,
are you getting all this wax?
From the dollar store.
The $1.25 store. Excuse me.
Yeah, the $1.25 store. I haven't listened to the new Nier soundtrack, but the original is fantastic. The original PS3 Nier soundtrack's amazing. So it's probably.
I think I know we ran into some contention on the Discord about this, but I do think the rearrangement is better.
Okay, I haven't listened to it, so I cannot comment.
Sunny.
I'm going to give my 25 to Cyberpunk. I mean, I love Samurai. I think that music's just great. Fully hiring a band to sound like a different band is
always
just
a good
crazy.
Call, yes, absolutely.
It's crazy. Like it's
That's
just
a good call. Yeah.
you know. And I just think because of everything else that's wrong with Cyberpunk, I feel that the music's just kind of elevated somewhat.
It's the one saving grace.
Basically, yeah, and I think that's what people think so much fondly and more of that. I think it's going to get more for that.
Adam.
I didn't bet anything. I think this will be composers versus licensed music. Really,
Yep.
like I was obsessed with Cyberpunk's scores and tracks for months before that game came out, and then it came out, and I didn't play it for obvious reasons. But I think Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy with its licensed music could
it has really good use of licensed music, which I
Yeah.
understand, but I also
that's
don't
the
think
thing.
that should be
Very
pitted
nice
against
implementation of it.
That's
the
I think
score.
what will take it over is like how it managed to implement its licensed music to not just be like, hey, we've got licensed music, guys.
Right, like at the end of a boss battle, and you're like, on your last ropes and you do like a team huddle and it starts playing like The Chain and you're like fuck yeah, and you just like destroy this dude. It's like it feels really good.
It connects so much with the Guardians movies. How
Yeah,
the movies use licensed tracks. So
That's good. Okay, Axel.
I'm putting a bigger bet down on Cyberpunk 2077. 75 coins for that.
Okay.
Nice.
I when you look at it, it doesn't have virtually any licensed tracks. All of those are their own creations.
Yeah, they're like all the ones that they sound like
Yeah.
licensed music, but they were all like hired, like made for the game.
Yeah, they got Grimes, they got Run the Jewels, they got a whole bunch of people. I actually thought Refused, impersonating Samurai was probably the weakest performance out of the whole thing. But that's as the tabletop RPG fanboy that I am.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, David.
My thing disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Yep.
I had to reconnect. Yeah, I like Cyberpunk a lot, but actually the soundtrack I thought was good. I think Nir's great too, but I'm skipping.
Okay. We're getting close to the end here. Best art direction. I think I chose to skip this one too, because I was angry. But my personal vote this year for best art direction would have been Little Nightmares 2, which got no recognition, which I am upset about.
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
great
that was
game.
the year as well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, God, man, I wonder if people just forgot about it because it was like February.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I don't know, but anyway, I'm skipping this one. Sarim.
I am also skipping because I'm kind of torn on all of them. Like, Kana has the, oh my god, Pixar movie. Deathloop has the 60s aesthetic. Psychonauts is okay. And then Ratchet is, like, just beautiful. So it's too close for me. And then Artful Escape was a walking sim, so they could just focus entirely on art. Like, I'm skipping this. This is too hard to decide.
Yeah, alright. Ron?
It's a difficult one for sure, but I feel like it could be Psychonauts 2.
Okay.
For 25. I don't know. Kana is definitely looks like
It has a really distinctive art style, yeah.
Yeah, because Kana is like a Pixar movie, but not a very distinctive one, I feel like. And Ratchet is, well, how Ratchet has always looked, more or less, but just better. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
fair.
yeah. And I think The Artful Escape is maybe just a little bit too small as a game, maybe, that not many people have played it, really.
Literally has art in the title.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Unfair
Well,
advantage.
That's
I don't know, you got Rift Apart. There's art.
There you go.
Oh,
You know.
yeah,
Okay.
that's true. I'm sticking to my guns.
Rift art. Okay,
If you rearrange some of the letters in Kana Bridge of Spirits, you can get on there.
it spells
There you
I am
go.
Voldemort. Momo.
Oh no.
I am skipping, but I do think Psychonauts should win this. I don't think Ratchet or Kana should win. I think Kana's gorgeous, but I think, like, when I think of art direction, I less think of like graphical like achievement. I think more of how you use your
Uniqueness.
how you use your uniqueness and how your style is like indicative of the game you're making. I think Kana and Ratchet and Clank deserve a showpiece award technologically, but I think art direction should go with Psychonauts too.
Okay.
I felt the same way about The
Agreed.
Last of Us last year. Like that there should be, if there's like a technical showpiece award, I would have said yes for that, but like maybe not so much the art direction.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so Sunny.
I'm pretty much in exactly the same boat as Momo. Like, I'm not going to put a vote down on this, but I think Psychonauts 2 is the most interesting
really
looking out of all of these.
distinctive,
It makes a choice.
yeah,
it's
different.
and the thing is about artistic design and being creative. Like Psychonauts 2 is that. The rest are just taking from something else.
Yeah.
I think.
Adam.
I put 25 on Psychonauts too. I
Okay.
think there might be games like, I think Deathloop has maybe a better like singular
They
art
really
focus.
like the thing is they like Deathloop like really commits to that art style the whole
Yeah.
way through, which I really appreciate. Like they don't back down from it at any juncture.
Exactly. I just think with Psychonauts 2, the Double Fine is like on almost like maybe a different level than some of these other games,
Yeah,
where
I
it
can see
is
that.
every level has such a unique look, a distinct look,
Yeah,
and
it's
different
interesting.
level
Yeah.
to level, that I think it's just
I really
so
loved,
original.
I loved. I mean, just separately, Double Fine. Like, I really loved the art style for Broken Age. I thought that game looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Axel.
I'm skipping out of this one because God, it really is too close to call. There's just so much variety and there is so much awesome. It's like no.
Yeah. All right, David.
Yeah, I'm skipping too. Deathloop would be I lean because of how hard they committed to that style, and I think it's a cool style and it looks cool.
Yes.
But I like all of them quite
Right.
a bit.
Okay.
Right.
I am. I think we're on best narrative now, so I am going to put down just 25 because I'm trying to save my Toddcoins for the fun bets. But I'm 25 on Guardians. Easily my favorite narrative. And I saw nothing but everyone being surprisingly like pleased that the narrative was so strong and so good. And I mean, like, even people who like were back and forth on like, oh, the combat's fun but it gets repetitive, like everyone was like, this is a fascinating story, like it tells this story, these characters so well, like it rounds them out so well, like I just saw nothing but props for the story in Guardians, like, so I'm going there. But I think Life is Strange could easily creep in here too. So all right, Sarim.
I am skipping because, save for Deathloop, I haven't played any of these games, and I don't think
Deathloop should even be in this
Because here's the thing.
category.
Here's the
Agreed.
thing.
Yeah.
The story is not great. The world building is very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's part of storytelling, which is part of the description. It's for outstanding storytelling and narrative development. So I get why it's here, but I don't think it deserves this spot. So,
Sure.
I
yeah,
just
I'm
think
skipping.
narrative is the wrong word to use for the.
Yeah, because I'm making like the main story that's guiding me through the game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Ron.
I did not. I'm skipping this one too, but I feel like Life is Strange could take this one.
probably.
I've heard nothing but good things about that game, though I've not played it myself.
Right.
Although Guardians is definitely a good contender as well, because I feel like story is pretty much the best part of that game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, Guardians made me like actually like weep like 3 separate times. Like,
Oh
oof.
wow!
Oh.
Especially the real one was the fucking dream sequence at the end. Oof. All right, Momo, you have anything?
Yeah, so I'm also going Guardians. I think it's not my favorite story of the year. I think it's the best story in this list. I also concur. It made me cry, which is very rare for a game to do to me.
Excellent. Sunny.
And you guys got me doubting myself now. Like what I'm
Yeah.
putting
No,
things down.
go in.
But I was going to go harder on Life is Strange because I mean, the narrative is and storytelling is what that does.
Right, that is the game, yeah.
That
for
is
sure.
its game, cool, and I think a lot of people are going to think of it more on that basis. So I've actually put 75 down for Life is Strange on this one.
I wouldn't be mad if Life is Strange won either. It's a really great narrative. Adam.
I didn't bet anything on it. I think this is going to be Guardians versus Life is Strange. And I honestly don't know what takes it between those two.
Okay. I will say also, like, I probably would have rather seen. I really would have rather seen Cyberpunk in this category than for RPG.
Cyberpunk or Returnal, I think, deserve it over Deathloop.
Yeah, I would actually
Yeah.
pull out
Returnal.
Deathloop for
Returnal. Oh my
for
god,
Cyberpunk
someone else
here.
is saying it. Returnal's the best story of this year. Absolutely best.
I like
story.
Returnal is up
story.
there,
It
yeah.
affects the doubt.
Returnal or Psychonauts for me,
Man.
story-wise.
Okay, Axel.
I'm skipping out of this one mainly because Returnal is not in there.
Okay, we got man.
That's
You gotta
a good,
be doubting my
yeah.
Player's Choice Award now. I didn't think it was going to be Returnal for that one, but maybe it is. Okay, David.
Yeah, I don't have enough info here, so I'm skipping.
Okay, that's fair. Game direction. This is the Hideo Kojima Presents Best Game Direction Award.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I would like. I'm gonna also read this one quickly if I can find it, because that feels like it's hard to quantify, especially for it's less obvious with a game than with a movie, you know.
Yeah. I think the issue is it's about popularity almost.
It almost is, yeah.
The
So
description is vague.
awarded for
It's so
outstanding
vague.
creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. So, I think this year it is going to be an easy win for It Takes Two, because people know and love Joseph Fares.
Yeah.
They know he's the director, and the game was very well made on top of it. I'm putting 100 down on It Takes Two.
Wow. Okay.
Very,
Oh,
very
okay.
confident in that. 100%, no doubt.
Mhm.
All right, Sarim.
Sorry for doing this so many times in a row, but I am skipping because I am also saving for the
All right,
fun
yeah, no
bets.
problem. That's good. Ron.
Yeah, I'm skipping. Yeah.
Ron, are you skipping too?
No, I'm putting. No, sorry. I'm skipping. Sorry, but I thought it was might be Psychonauts 2 actually, but it's hard call. I
Sure.
don't know.
Momo?
Yeah, I'm skipping, but I do think It Takes Two is a good bet, just because we know who Joseph Fares is,
Yeah.
and he's a big figure, and that's why this award is kind of weird to me, because it's very much about, do we know who directed it, and if so, that's probably winning.
Yeah. Sunny?
Yeah, I'm not going on this either, but I would say It Takes Two, because again, it's a co-op only game. That is a creative vision. You know, you're making a decision to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know.
All right. Adam?
I put 25 on It Takes Two. I think really this is Joseph Fares versus Tim Schafer.
Yeah, I was about to say Tim Schafer. People know
Because I
who he
think-
is.
So, yeah.
I think Tim Schafer has a chance just because he's a legacy name, and I think there may be some people who think he deserves some, acclaim for the years and years and tons of games he's made. But I think
Right.
just Joseph Fares's history with the Game Awards is enough to push him
Yeah,
over
I know.
the top.
Also, Tim Schafer's been in a lot of those Summer Game Fest things as well. So
That's
he's
true.
been in more in the public eye than
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you still remember "Fuck the Oscars" though? Like,
Yeah,
everyone's
I-
yelling
Of course.
about that.
I think people
Yeah.
will vote for
God,
Joseph
it's
Fares
hard, yeah.
just to see what he says.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, I really want to see him get up there and take
Yeah,
that award and
yes.
have the mic for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
want.
Axel.
I'm gonna be contrary. I'm gonna throw 100 down on Returnal.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I can see that
Very
actually.
committed.
Yeah.
So people really like this cryptic house storytelling then.
Yeah.
Okay.
David.
It's funny because you would expect me to be the one to do that, and I am not. I would also think It Takes Two is going to win this because it not only with like how it is constructed as a game, but the way it changes its gaming sequences is very intentional and also pretty well executed.
Yeah.
I think Returnal itself, it is very obviously directed in those house sequences, the ending sequences, the way it reveals story moments is very
Yeah.
intentional in Returnal, but I don't know. I think the director's vision is a bit more in your face in It Takes Two.
Okay.
And Psychonauts 2 is obviously, and Ratchet both go through a lot of changes in what you're seeing, which can, is directed, but I think it may be a bit too disparate in style, whereas It Takes Two feels more cohesive, I think.
Okay.
But I'm skipping this.
Oh, you're skipping it. Okay. All right. I got two more here. Most anticipated. I am gonna skip this one, but I think Elden Ring is going to win. Just because, if for no other reason than it is the closest one. It's coming out in like 2 months. Like, it's a thing that you can comprehend playing
Yeah.
at this moment in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be
People have
between
actually
Soul
played it already, so.
Well, that's what- yeah, that's- yeah.
yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I think Breath of the Wild would be the only other one that has got a serious contender, but it's so
It's
unknown.
so like unknown. Yeah.
And as was said, like people have touched Elden Ring.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
they've,
Exactly.
you know.
Yes. Okay. Sarim.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick 25 on Elden Ring. Same reason everyone else is saying, like, they're all highly anticipated. I think Starfield probably lesser than all the others because I guess it's exciting, but it's a new,
I think it's also
an
very
unknown
far
quantity.
away, and it's a new
Yeah.
IP. Yeah.
And even with its one trailer, Breath of the Wild 2 is still an abstract concept at best right now, whereas people have touched Elden Ring, people have played Elden Ring, so
Yeah.
they've done a better job with
Absolutely. Ron.
Yes, I think so too. So 52 Elden Ring.
Okay. That's probably a very safe bet, to be honest. Since it won last year too. Momo.
You best believe I'm putting 100 on Elden Ring.
Yep.
We don't
It's just-
even know Breath of the Wild 2's name. We don't even have
That's
a
true.
title.
Sequel.
Yeah,
It's called the sequel to the Legend of Zelda.
This is
That would
an
be the
Elden
best
Ring,
name.
Like, I've played it. This is easy.
All
This
right.
is like, I feel it.
I feel like
Sunny.
if a From Software game is coming out, that's almost always going to win this
Exactly.
category.
Yeah, like being
Yeah.
that like Zelda would be the only competition, and again, it's just so far away, like
Yeah.
in our minds, you know. Sunny.
I'm also putting 100 down for Elden Ring.
All right.
Like I don't play these games, but you don't need to. You don't need to.
Yeah,
to-
you know.
to know.
No,
You know.
Adam.
I put 50 on Elden Ring. I think it's going to win, but I think Starfield's kind of scares me a bit to bet more.
I think, yeah, I mean, like, I think that people are underestimating the wide audience's excitement for Starfield, like, outside of the core, like, people who pay attention to gaming. You know what I mean?
It feels like ever since that game got dated, the hype has just been building and building.
Like, people,
and building
I think people
Starfields.
easily forget that, like, that Fallout 4 and Skyrim are the two best-selling RPGs of all time. Like,
And we just had another Skyrim.
yeah, and we just had another
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
mean, how is Final Fantasy VII Part 2 not on this list?
I
Okay,
think it's 'cause
we've
it
heard
hasn't-
nothing.
it's
though.
because
Yeah.
there's no way it's next year, dude. Come on.
And we've heard nothing. We've at
There's
least
no
gotten
way.
a big
Oh.
trailer.
Don't
for Breath of the
worry,
Wild
don't
2.
worry. When it gets closer, it will be on that list and it will win.
Yeah.
Well, that's 16.
Yeah.
But 16's
Yeah,
like
16.
imminent, surely.
Is
It's imminent.
it,
No,
surely,
do
yeah,
we
surely.
have a
That's why
date?
they didn't show it for a year and a half.
Do we
I think
have a
the-
date on 16?
No,
No,
that's
they
the
didn't
thing.
even
That's
say
the
anything
thing. So
on it.
yeah, that doesn't count.
Okay,
All these
Axel.
games
Man.
have dates on them.
Brutal. Brutal.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be the contrarian here.
Yay.
Oh.
Nice.
Mhm.
100 down on Horizon Forbidden West.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey.
It does come out before
One-
Elden Ring.
100.
It does,
actually
and I will say
launch
that
a week before Elden Ring.
I personally am a lot more excited for Horizon than Elden Ring, but that's
That's
just
valid.
me. But that doesn't really count into the votes.
Nirav's Game of the Year, new category.
Yes. Well, no, I'm doing my own Nirav of
Oh,
the
you
Year
forgot to
awards
say,
later.
most
Skyrim
anticipated
Prime.
game is presented by Prime Gaming.
Sorry,
Nice.
presented by what's wait, what else?
By
World?
Steam.
Steam.
By-
presented by
don't know.
Gabe Newell. Okay, David, we have most anticipated.
I think my personal one is God of War, though. I mean, From Software games are like my favorite every time they come out. So obviously, Elden Ring is a lock for that. But
Mhm, mhm.
I really like the first God of War, and I'm very interested to see where they take the second one.
Do you think it's gonna win?
Probably not. Elden Ring's just had so much buzz, so
Yeah.
I'm putting 25 on Elden Ring.
All right, that's totally cool. All right, last category, player's choice. I'm gonna put down just 25 on this, but I'm gonna say it's Ari Village. I think the fans were weirdly way too hype about that, probably more than the game deserved. But I don't know. I think people are very like excited about Resident Evil, and they wanna get the name out there. So I think it's either gonna be that or Returnal. I wouldn't be surprised if Returnal gets it. Okay. Let's see. Sarim.
I'm skipping because there have been just enough like snubs and just enough like close calls that I have no clue.
Sure,
Like
fair
you
enough.
can't trust gamers, bro. They
No,
don't follow
never,
logic.
never.
So,
I would
yeah,
never do
I don't
that.
know. I'm skipping.
Ron.
I feel like it might be Forza actually for 50.
Okay, getting
Huh?
snubbed for game of the year. I can see that.
Yeah,
People
I've
are
heard a lot
really
of
angry
complaints
about it not
that.
getting game of
Yeah,
the year nom. Yeah.
similar to Returnal in that sense, but I feel like Forza has a more general appeal, I guess, compared to Returnal. So
Yeah.
that might help it out. Yeah,
It was on PC too.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
All right, Momo.
Yeah, I'm skipping, but I think Forza is the dark horse. If that comes in and wins, I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, I'll
That's
be
a
happy
cool-
if it wins
That's
that.
a cool player's choice.
Yeah. Sunny.
Yeah, I'm skipping on this. I don't have, this could go so many,
Yeah.
so many ways.
I could even see like a Metroid sliding in here.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah.
Same. I didn't bet on anything. I think this is so up in the air with snubs and fan bases and things like that. It's just way too hard to guess.
Sure. Axel.
God.
We're all just scared of the fans, bro.
Yeah.
That's what this category is. Everyone here is just scared of the fans.
Well, yeah, what fan base can lobby the hardest?
No. I am tempted to say Returnal, and I'll throw 50 down on that one.
Okay. That is a totally good guess. David. Close
Gotta
this
throw a
out.
little support out there for Eternal 25.
All right. So, everybody has. Let's see. We have some Toddcoins left. Oh, I have 500 left. Sarim has 500. Ron is 250. Momo's 525. Wow. Sunny
Very
is-
conservative betting.
Yeah.
From
Sunny is 250. Adam is 300. Axel is 250. David is 475. So we got some big pots here. So round 2 is going to move real quickly. We're just going to go through each person at a time to make it a little faster. If you come to the second page here, if you have the Excel sheet open.
round two.
Can I do a
So
quick
these are
bio
some
break?
quick yes or no bets. Okay. And you can put as much as down as you want. Will Final Fantasy 16 be shown is our first one. I'm going to say no. I do not think it will be, and I'm going to bet 50 on that. I feel pretty confident it's not going to be. Will a movie star present the Game of the Year award? I think yes. It's happened too many times. So on this third one, I want to make a clarification. So it says, will the Resident Evil 8 DLC focus on Lady Dimitrescu? If you write no, that is the same thing as them not showing the DLC at the Game Awards.
Wow. Okay.
So this is a high stakes bet. You know, this is. But if you want to go in on it, I'm going to say yes. The fourth one, will Patrick Star reveal himself? If Patrick Star from SpongeBob in any way, shape, or form is at the Game Awards, this is a yes. Okay.
Even like a random person in the crowd with a costume.
Why would that happen?
Hey.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, that one. No, the fact that is so insane. Yes, that would absolutely count.
Game Awards in a Patrick
that would
Star costume.
Absolutely count. And then our final one, of course, taken from Easy Allies. Will the big boy slip?
Man, gotta slip.
And again, okay, we'll define this. If a big character, an overly large character, needs to slip on something and fall over, a slip is not a trip. Tripping over something is not the same. You have to slip, fall backwards onto something, onto the floor. I'm gonna say yes on this one. I'm just gonna put 25 on it though.
For the Lady D one, does focus mean she used to be like the main character?
I think she's going to be the trailer at the very least is going to focus on her and make it be like it's about her. The DLC.
So, but if she's in it, but it's not like about her, then that doesn't.
If
count.
she like makes an appearance, well, yeah, I think if she makes an appearance, even like, okay, if the DLC
says focus.
Yeah, if the DLC is saying like this is going to be about her and that's what the marketing is, then it would be yes. But if she just like makes a quick cameo, we'll say no. You know.
Okay.
Okay. Sarim, go ahead and go through all 5 of yours.
Okay, so Final Fantasy, I'm gonna go crazy and say yes for 25.
Okay.
Because if it's gonna come out or if it's gonna be shown this year, Game Awards is the place. Movie Star, I'm gonna say no for 25 because I don't want that to happen and I'm willing to pay money for that. RE8 DLC, no for 25.
Do you think they're not going to show it, or she's?
I think they're not going to. I think they're not going to show it, and if they do, I don't know if it focuses on Lady D because they did say it would be free, and I feel like something that focuses on a big character would be like a big paid expansion.
Okay.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that is my line of thinking. Will Patrick Star reveal himself? No for 25.
Okay.
It's not 3 a.m. Why would he be there? Will a big boy slip? I'm gonna say yes for 25.
Okay.
I'm playing it safe, but like what's the reason? Oh, because I didn't understand the question at first, so I thought, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, sure. No, absolutely. I will also say, just for the reason I put yes for Patrick is because there is that new SpongeBob game coming out next year, the Cosmic Shake, that's like a spiritual sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I forgot. I was just thinking like,
I can definitely see them doing like a
All-Stars.
gameplay trailer for that.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I suppose montages count, right?
If he's there in any capacity,
he's just a random Easter egg in the middle of like
if Patrick is there in any capacity, this is a yes.
They might talk about the year in gaming. They might talk about Nickelodeon.
The fighting game was nominated, so he's gonna be there.
Oh,
he's in the picture.
He's going to be there.
No,
they're
going to
show.
No, he might not be because they're probably going to show SpongeBob, which is why I put Patrick in here.
But he's on the cover picture, isn't he? Like the cover art of the game.
Oh, you're right. Did they show the cover art for these categories? I don't think they do.
So they
not generally. No.
Let's say ahead of time, if they show the cover art, that does not count as a Patrick Star appearance.
Okay, sweet. I was very scared for a second.
Ron.
They will not show Final Fantasy 16.
Okay.
Betting 25 on that. Because I feel the director already said that they will only show it if it's almost
like
ready.
Already ready, yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel they are there yet, so...
Oh, well.
Well, the Movie Star presented Goldie Award, I'm saying no. Just because, I don't know, maybe they will change it up this year. That's what I feel like. To do something else. RE8 DLC... Oh, sorry, 25, yeah. No, it will not focus on Lady D. It will focus on Chris Redfield instead, I feel like.
Oh, no.
Okay. How much?
So no, and then 25 as well.
Right. That would suck, but yeah, sure.
More.
Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, I did not put any money on the movie star. I see now. Sorry.
Oh, I put it in there.
If Chris Pratt voices the Game of the Year award,
Oh,
does that count? Does that count?
I meant that I'm not putting anything on that. Sorry, Nirav, on the movie star. I believe.
oh, you're not. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. So yeah,
Okay.
you can put that.
Patrick Star. Will he reveal himself?
I'm saying yes. He will probably be involved with the fighting game award for some reason.
You think Patrick's gonna come out on stage and present it?
Yeah,
Patrick
pretty much.
presents the fighting game award would be hilarious.
Okay.
It's so good.
That would be very
And
good.
will a big boy slip for sure? Always say yes on this one.
Yeah, always
It's
bet.
my rule.
Always
Yeah.
bet yes on this one. All right,
Also
Momo.
25. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 16 will get an insane demo. 50
Whoa.
Toddcoins.
Demo,
Wow.
not even a
I know.
trailer.
And they will say demo available tonight.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Wow.
Tonight.
Wild.
Shadow
Wow.
drop. Shadow drop.
Wild.
It's happening. I don't give a shit about this movie star thing. No way in hell though is this happening. The RE8 DLC. It'll maybe even if they show it, I don't think Lady D is gonna be in it. Patrick Star. Will Big Boy slip? Yes.
Yeah, always yes on
For
that one.
sure. Always yes.
All right, Sunny.
Well, Final Fantasy, I think it will be. I think it's just, and besides, some of that is Power of Dreams as well.
Sure.
I want it there. You know, I didn't do any of the other two. Patrick Star, it's going to go no on this one, because again, if you're going to pick anything from that, you pick SpongeBob. Like, why would you? But and I didn't put anything for
Okay.
the slip.
You want to put 25
Oh, sorry,
on that?
25. Sorry, yeah, for the no.
Okay. Adam.
Yep.
I will go with no for Final Fantasy 16 and
Okay.
bet 50.
Okay.
I think
Yes.
Sony will want to keep Final Fantasy 16 for themselves for any type of future reveals.
Okay, that's a fair guess.
That's a solid bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will a movie star present the game of the year? I'm not going to bet anything on that. RE8 DLC, I say no, 25.
Okay.
I think that'll focus on Chris, the first one of that. Patrick Star, no, 25 on that as well.
He will not reveal himself.
He will not reveal himself. And then will a big boy slip? Yes, also 25.
Okay.
With everyone saying reveal, I just keep picturing like Hideo Kojima. One more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly yes.
Yeah.
I do think I think it's possible that they do show like a trailer for that new game though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Axel.
Okay, Final Fantasy 16. I'm gonna say no on that. I'm not entirely certain about it, but I'm feeling, like you say, they didn't want to show anything until they said they were ready. So
But didn't they also say like they had done a lot of work? Like when they first announced it, they had said they'd done a lot of the outline. It was like a lot of it was core of it was done.
Yeah,
A
Jason
lot-
Schreier claimed that the game is a lot further in production than any of us assume.
Yes.
yeah, which is not which is not to say that it's close to being finished.
No.
I do think
Yeah.
it will come out next year. I do feel
Yeah,
like
me
that's
too.
true.
Me too.
But
Yeah.
Probably closer. Well, if we're going to see anything, I would expect to see something closer to E3 than the
Yeah.
Game Awards.
whatever Sony's
So-
summer event is, maybe.
I feel like
yeah.
I've heard. I feel
Assuming
like
they
I've
have
heard
one.
Final Fantasy 16 is like closer than you think for like months at this point too.
That's
So I
It
don't-
keeps getting closer
Yeah.
over time.
yeah, it's still true.
That's
Funny how that works. Yeah.
What?
When you're in a 7-year development window,
That's
you know,
just
closer
genius
is-
marketing.
That's
Relative.
marketing, yeah.
I heard the same thing about Cyberpunk 2077.
No, that was it.
All right. So, do
Movie-
you have anything on the
movie.
movie star?
Yeah, I'll take. That seems like a reasonably safe bet. Yes, 25 on that.
Okay.
Resident 8 DLC. I'm gonna say no, and
Okay.
I'm gonna throw down 50. I'm guessing that it's probably gonna be focusing more on Chris Redfield than anything else. Not gonna take a bet on Patrick Star, and not gonna take a bet on Will the Big Boy Slip.
Ah, coward. David.
Ow, I have to bet on the big boy slip.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, okay, fair enough. You don't have to.
Yeah.
So, I actually I'm leaning towards 16 not being there, but I'm gonna say yes because of hopes and dreams and put some time on it.
Yeah.
Power dreams.
I think also I could see a really cool thing where they show like either a Strangers in Paradise or a Endwalker thing, and then they're like, here's one more thing, and then they jump into 16. I could see that being a tease.
Yes.
Kind of like how they did with 7 back in the day with that World of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Let's see, Goaty. So this is specifically the Goaty Award, not
Yeah,
any award.
the actual
Okay,
award,
no, 25. It's not going to be about Lady D. 25.
Okay.
Patrick Star will reveal himself because
Yes.
why not? And
Yes.
25.
Power dreams.
And big boys slip every year, so this is an easy 25 for me.
Yes. The Big Boys Slip Every Year. It's the name of my new album.
Every year.
Big boy caught me slipping.
Okay, so we'll try to get through round 3 as quick as we can. I know we've got a lot. It's been late. It has been late, and it's currently
It's been late, bro.
So my what we're gonna do is each of us are gonna put down our, and if you are in the Excel sheet and just want to copy and paste them in here, that would be good.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But if not, don't worry about it. We're gonna go through them though. So I'm gonna put down my 5 wild ones, which will get increasingly unlikely as we go. So.
Nice.
First one is something that did work for me at E3. There will be no less than 3 live animals shown during the show.
No, listen.
Yeah, that happened at the Age of Empires 4 trailer at E3 had like 40 horses in it. It was live action.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Netflix will debut a teaser for a TV show based on BioShock.
Ooh.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
cool.
I like
Okay.
that one.
Is that
Yeah.
rumored?
Huh?
Is there other rumors about that?
Yeah, there are
Oh
rumors.
man, that sounds cool.
Okay. Dan Reynolds of Imagine Dragons will show up to present something, and no one will recognize him until the name card appears at the bottom of the screen.
They play the song.
Yeah. Yep.
How do you gauge that?
We'll be honest.
We're gonna know.
It's,
You're gonna.
It's honest.
Come
bet.
on. It's just.
You'll
honest.
know.
Okay.
Well, what if they
Alright.
say like Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons here
Okay,
to do
okay.
X?
Then
I
I'll
didn't
get-
know
I'll get
that
it
his
wrong.
name was Dan Reynolds until Nirav just told me.
Exactly.
So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Same here.
There
Yeah.
we go. All right, so I'll read this one first. Multiversus will show their full launch roster of WB fighters: Gandalf,
Wow.
Voldemort, Rick and Morty as an ice climbers duo,
What?
Ben 10, Veronica Mars, Willy Wonka with
Oh my
Oompa
God,
Loompas that
man.
plays like Olimar and Pikmin, Austin
my
Powers, and Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. And it is
holy-
confirmed that the announcer for the game is Space Ghost.
Oh,
We don't
Wow.
want to pay for that to happen.
that
Wow.
that sounds
I am
awesome.
betting on that one.
Yeah.
That is good.
Absolutely.
And my last one is that Dwayne The Rock Johnson will appear to announce that he is playing himself in an upcoming video game.
Yeah.
Hell
Death
yeah.
Stranding 2. Let's go.
That he is
That's
playing
nice.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson specifically, not a character.
A game about
Spy
his
Hunter,
life.
the sequel.
Wow.
Oh
Red
my
Notice the
God.
game.
Right?
Okay, Sarim, go ahead and hit your 5.
It's
Okay.
just a cooking game.
Cooking Rock.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, so my first one is, and these are in no particular order. Jeff Keighley joins the metaverse. So he specifically made a mention of the fact that he likes the metaverse concept and was like, "Yo, maybe one day people will be watching the Game Awards through Fortnite." So somehow, some way, this man is going to wrangle a spot in someone's metaverse. So that's my prediction.
Okay.
Jeff Keighley will join the metaverse.
Nice.
I think it's like a Wii costume in Smash.
Yeah, basically. And the second one is we will get the first of the 7 confirmed major Persona announcements from Atlas. That's wishful thinking. I want that to happen.
Yeah,
and-
no way.
yeah.
They're never going to announce those things.
No, they're never going to announce anything. But you know what?
Yeah.
A man can dream. My third wild one is a new NetherRealm game focused on Marvel.
Oh, yeah, there were
That'd
rumors
be
about
good.
that. Right?
There were rumors, and I feel like they're going to drop it. Well, they did this year tweet out, "Hey, we're done with Mortal Kombat 11. Forget you."
Yeah,
people."
that's true. You're right.
So-
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My fourth one is sort of a safe bet, but it was wild in that I don't think anyone would have thought of this. Annual Jeff Keighley fashion crime every year. Every year. So, like, he has gray hair, but he wears super tight trousers and super shiny high tops, and it annoys the hell out of me.
No, I love
So
it.
Jeff
Style.
Keighley fashion crime, that's happening.
All right.
Is this defined by you?
You're the count will
Yes.
have to
You know
vote.
what? You know what? If you see how he dresses and you pause for a second, that counts.
Okay.
And then my final wild one, just because I couldn't think of anything else. GTA 5 Next Gen gets undelayed and in fact moved up a little.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They just delayed it, I know, but I can't
So
think of
like they
anything else.
shadow drop it like it's a
Sifu, yeah, why
tonight.
not? Dropping tonight at the Game Awards. But like, Sifu got undelayed. It could happen to GTA, who knows? You know, they're in the habit of releasing things before they're ready, so...
Yeah, why not just do it again? All right, Ron.
all right. First one, the remake for The Last of Us is actually a VR title, similar to Resident Evil VR.
Whoa.
That'd be
That's
cool.
wild.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
I feel
That's
that's,
a
actually
good guess, actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They will
I actually
unveil-
like it.
oh my
It's
god,
copy-paste
they,
then,
they
Nirav.
will unveil the PlayStation
okay, good.
VR 2 alongside it. I'm
That would-
betting.
Oh,
with
that
you.
would 100%.
That would be
That would be
sick.
so good.
Yeah.
All right. Second one. Sony and Square Enix announced the Marvel video game universe with a roadmap. That roadmap starts with the already released Spider-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy games, but does not include Avengers.
I was like, wait a minute, where is this going?
That's great.
That's
Love
very
that.
good.
All right. Third one is another Square Enix one. Square Enix announced its Final Fantasy XIV Offline Edition, which is just the main story of the game without any MMO elements. It will feature chibi characters and a top-down perspective.
You forgot that it's going to
Wow.
be mobile, obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I play it.
That would be so long.
I'll check
I
that
play
out.
it.
There's
All
so
right.
many cutscenes in that game.
So
Yeah,
many.
right. The Switch successor is revealed to be co-developed with Microsoft as just not a Nintendo, but also an Xbox portable machine.
Whoa.
Wow.
The Nintendo
Of course, it
Xbox.
supports.
The
yeah,
Switch
it-
Pro is the next Xbox.
Yeah, it supports Game Pass, and Banjo 3 will be a launch game. They're really getting really crazy now.
Banjo 3.
Yeah. All right, last one.
Banjo 3 will, of course,
hell?
retroactively decanonize Nuts and Bolts.
For sure.
In
for
the
sure.
trailer, they'll
Yeah.
be like, "We hate cars."
All right, last one is there will be an epic dance-off between Kojima and Keighley at the end.
Yes.
Of which,
100 on that. Hold on.
Thing.
yeah,
Oh wow!
there's more to it. At the end of which, Kojima's latest project gets revealed, Beat Stranding, a collaborative effort with
Beat
Beat Games.
Stranding.
Yeah,
Oh,
it can only
Yes.
it can only be controlled in VR and with a dance pad. So you traverse the environment.
And the dance pad.
Yeah,
yes.
and you fight the enemies by flailing your arms around.
That sounds dangerous.
That's
So
so
Yeah.
good. I'm putting
The
50 on
first
So
that.
good.
Strand type Dance Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
First Strand type dancing game.
You have to play with a rope.
It's also starring Jeff Keighley, by the way. So that's another
Starring
that's another
Jeff
thing.
Keighley. Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is- you took Wild to heart. I'll say that.
Yeah, I will
Yes,
say-
that's what we wanted. Yes.
A lot of our things were more like dreams. All of yours were like a parody bets.
Exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
a parody
I
of
mean-
video games, yeah.
I mean, if my dreams could be this, I would love that.
Okay, Momo.
Okay, my first one's kind of safe. Elden Ring will receive a new gameplay trailer.
Okay.
It will feature the phrase "Rise Tarnished" at some point.
Rise tarnished. Yes.
My
I
next
thought we were
one-
saying wild.
Hey, the first one was safe. Listen, wait till you see the rest of my stuff.
Yo, Nirav, get the wax ready.
All right.
Todd Howard walks up on stage.
Mm-hmm.
His shirt, Starfield logo or some sort of Starfield image. He
Sure.
speaks for a short period on how hard his team is working on Starfield. They're working their best to make sure it's not another Fallout 76, and unveils our first look at Starfield gameplay footage. That is a full bet. Every single element of this has to be correct.
Okay.
Wow.
My next one,
What if the crowd doesn't roar?
it doesn't. If the crowd does not roar, it's invalidated.
We wanted Skyrim again.
Well, it says Todd Howard comes up to stage for the roaring crowd, so the crowd just has to roar for him.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah.
as soon as
Okay.
Todd Howard
Todd,
walks up,
Todd,
if the
Todd,
crowd
Todd.
isn't roaring, it doesn't. This
Yeah,
bet
this
does
whole
not
thing is
count.
invalidated, right?
What if one person from the crowd is roaring?
That
That's
counts.
enough.
I mean,
love
yeah.
you, random
You
citizens.
watch? You remember the old Bethesda conferences?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
about to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, that one
There's
guy.
like
That's
7
what. Yeah.
people
That
roaring
one
in the
guy.
crowd.
Yeah.
All right, Resident Evil 4 Remake receives a gameplay trailer.
No.
It's not just called Resident Evil 4 like Resident Evil 2 was. It's called Resident Evil 4 Remake. Ends with a 2023 release date.
Whoa.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
My
that.
next one. Portal 3
Whoa.
VR.
Before.
Ooh,
Nice.
Wow.
That's
I want
it.
that.
I
want
like
that.
that one.
That's
That one
good.
I like. That. I
That's
hope that
good.
one comes true.
I need that.
That would
Yeah,
be good.
yeah, me
You
too,
only
me
Portal
too,
3,
for
bro.
sure.
And my last one. This is very specific. During the pre-show
Okay.
of the Game Awards, we begin with a desert. An enormous full moon sits above the shifting sands.
Oh.
We pan down to the destroyed remnants of a great Aztec temple. Droning hums and loud drums grow louder. We cut to a man holding the handle of a weapon. That handle is made of bone. He flicks his wrist and it extends into a cleaver. It cuts to black and the words we see is Velvet Veil. Another fade to black from Software. Bloodborne 2.
I'm not gonna lie. He started off, and I was like,
All
Prince of
right.
Persia,
Okay,
and then it was
Yeah.
like,
where that was
The
going.
bone
Wow.
cover.
Wow.
okay,
Nice.
that's definitely wild.
I like
I didn't
that.
see where that was
Velvet
going.
Veil.
Yeah.
It was a
Velvet
journey.
Veil feels very apropos for the Bloodborne 2.
All right, Sunny.
All right, mine aren't anywhere near that inventive, but uh,
There will be games at the show.
yeah.
Whoa.
So my
Big
first
is
one,
true.
my first one is Jeff will announce that he has a cameo in Elden Ring.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sunny,
Lonely
thank you for
soldier.
also including Jeff. We got to mess with Jeff here because he's gonna
Yeah.
do some bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What game is he in each year?
So, so Hideo Kojima will appear on stage with Jeff, where they will both share a hug that will go on for just slightly too long.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I basically have the same
good about
bet. Do we just repeat them if we're really close to someone else's bet?
Yeah. I think you have time to come up with another if you want though before we get to it.
No, you know what you do? You double down. You say your similar one, then say times infinity. Right? You double the hell down.
There we go. I'll alter it slightly.
The deal has been altered.
So, at some point, Jeff will say something along the lines of, normally we'd talk about COD here, but because Bobby Kotick is a terrible person and should be fired, we've decided to skip over it completely.
Whoa.
The Activision shill will say that? Crazy.
Scathing.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't.
At the end of the show, a lot of these seem to be focused around Jeff, actually, oddly enough. At the end of the show, Jeff will jump into the audience and be carried away like he's at a concert.
Jeff Keighley body surfing his way
Yeah.
out of the Game Awards.
I'm off to the metaverse.
Yeah.
Doubtlessly screaming, "My body is ready."
Yeah. At some point, Doug Bowser will take to the stage, but at some point he'll be interrupted by Chris Pratt, dressed as Mario, who will then
Oh my
subsequently
God!
leave that he found the wrong Bowser.
Wow.
Oh my
Whoa.
God. That would
I love that
That
one.
is
Yes,
so good.
yes.
I
That
love
one's
Yeah.
so wild
A
that
lot
it's
of money.
feasible. I
That
kinda
almost
like
like
that.
that's like a believable thing Nintendo
Yeah.
might do though. Like
I need to save my money.
All right, I'm out of
All right.
points.
And we have to do voting for our own, don't we? Like all
you
of
don't
them.
have to. No, you can. You
Oh,
can
do we not?
You don't have
Okay.
to. Adam.
I think we will get a Xbox Game Pass hype trailer
Okay.
like we did last year, with the final reveal in that trailer being Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to Game Pass next year.
Also, that's a nice cat.
Thank you. I got her myself.
Where'd you buy that cat, buddy?
Yeah. This is Ellie. Say hi, Ellie.
Oh, hi, Ellie.
Hi,
Hello,
Ellie.
Ellie.
I loved you in The Last of Us Part 2.
She was actually named
changed.
for that character.
Watch yourself.
I got
Ellie's
her
not very nice.
in like October 2019 when I was playing the first game for the first time. And
Nice.
okay. So Adam,
yeah.
what do you have?
I think number one, we'll have a Game Pass hype trailer that at the end reveals Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to
I
Game
like
Pass
that.
2022.
2022.
Okay.
I love that.
Um,
That's great.
I also think in the wake of the rumors of a new Fight Night, we will get a trailer for Esports Boxing Club that's coming out. and I think that trailer will reveal Jake Paul being added to the roster
Jesus.
and a 2022 release date on that as well.
Okay.
It's every day, bro.
I think with its nomination for Best Music, Guardians of the Galaxy will get a song medley thing where it plays a bunch of the licensed tracks from the song or from the game, and I think Jack Black will be involved with that.
For Guardians, not for Psychonauts?
Yeah, no, I think he will.
It's a
He
crossover
will be
event.
involved. Yeah, I couldn't think of another celebrity really for something like that.
Jack
but
Black
I think
is the
Jack
only
Black-
celebrity.
He would do that though.
He's the only one he would fit with like a game, like
like
an
the
80s
80s thing, yeah, for
80s
sure.
medley of songs.
So they announced the best soundtracks, but they only play Guardian songs?
Yes.
No. Well, usually they have like musical performances.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think they'll
they
have
will.
one for Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's just a medley of all the 80s songs from that
Yeah,
game.
I could see that. All right, what else you got?
I think Neil Druckmann will have a pre-recorded video where he, thanks everybody for Last of Us success last year, and then he will show a trailer for Last of Us Factions.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think the big final reveal of the TGAs will be Quantic Dreams' Star Wars game. I think we'll get an official name for it too.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were making that. I'm not excited for it. All right.
Quantic Dreams
Okay.
making a Star Wars
Well,
game?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Heavy force.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to throw this in here myself. First one: Gabe Newell will appear, but Half-Life 3 will not be
Oh
announced.
man.
Guaranteed.
He'll talk about a card game.
He'll talk about the Steam Deck.
He'll talk about his knives.
Oh, Steam Deck,
Yeah,
actually.
he'll probably
yeah.
talk about the Steam Deck. Yeah, I could see that.
Second one: Shinji Mikami will appear wearing a trucker hat.
Yes. If he appears, it will be wearing a trucker hat. Like we do know this. He could appear because Ghostwire is probably coming out like soonish.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Going on the complete opposite of what Sunny offered, I'm going to say that Jeff Keighley will make a half-hearted condemnation of
I can
Activision
believe.
and
I
Bobby
believe
Kotick.
it. It has to be
That
half-hearted.
makes a
I
lot of
believe
sense.
that.
I'm gonna dump some money on that.
I don't know. I think he ignores it.
All right. Number 4. This one is just wild and personal more to my heart. There will be a new Mana Khemia game announced.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Old JRPG spin-off of the Atli Raios series.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the man.
I know that one.
Yeah. And finally, Microsoft and Sony will announce a new Xbox PlayStation cross-platform agreement.
Whoa.
Wow, now there's a man who takes wild to heart.
Yeah.
Not to be a cynic. I love that for you. I want that to happen, but my god, man.
And it's tied to Bethesda games still playing on PlayStation.
Also, we're taking Deathloop now. Bye.
I'll trade you Horizon for Starfall. Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. David.
All right. So mine are pretty basic, and then everyone's having fun, so I had to add more to them.
Yes. Excellent.
Please.
Borderlands movie update / trailer introduced by the Pitchman in person.
Okay.
I almost guessed that.
Perfect.
Another movie trailer that I'm playing off of a previous bet. Chris Pratt shows up, makes some joke that goes like it's kind of funny, but also just like a little bit much. And then he introduces a new trailer of him as Mario.
Okay.
Nice.
Returnal is gonna get DLC announced after it wins the Player Choice Award.
Wow. So they're gonna know ahead of time,
I
and they're gonna
that.
wait.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a
Nice.
good whoopsie.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
very good bet.
I like
that
how specific that is.
So this is the one where I was very open-ended, and then after the great Kojima stuff, I was like, well, I'll add more to it. So Kojima will reveal himself and then messes up a high five.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
And then in the spirit of Easy A, keep it going, Silent Hill will return.
Hey.
Okay.
Your
You know, I'm gonna go for it.
your high five bet reminds me of I think one of the Easy A ones for E3 was that like Randy Pitchford will fail while attempting to do a magic trick.
Right. I was thinking about that. Like in my Borderlands trailer, I was thinking of integrating a magic trick, but I don't think I mean, that's wild, so I guess I could add it.
Oh
Being
my
there
God.
alone isn't wild enough, I think.
Okay, so as a final thing here, there is a surprise bonus that's going to appear on some of our round 1 categories, which is not going to change any of the things that you've put in there. But I'm going to roll basically a dice, and 3 of these categories are going to become doubles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we just say if the sports and racing becomes double, it doesn't count?
Yeah.
3 coins, man.
It's gonna be content creator.
All right. First one is 22, so that is best art direction, which only 2 people bet on.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
That's a double round. All right.
That was a good
That's
choice.
Second one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow. Okay, right there. That is best narrative is going to be a double as well.
Oh, bro, I hate
Okay.
it here.
I hate it.
Can we reconsider our bets? Can we go back and retroactively add to
No.
these if you have points left?
Yeah, it's been too long, bro. It's been too long.
And okay, so oh my god, yeah, best sports racing.
man.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I mean, should we take a vote, like all in
Dude.
favor?
Can we veto that? That's a
I
guarantee.
mean, that's.
It is
I don't know,
kind of
yeah.
destroy- it is
Listen,
kind of
that's
a-
a
That
spirit.
bet is
That's-
destroyed.
That is in the meme spirit of this entire episode.
It
Like,
is.
I think it
Fair.
stays. I think
Alright,
it stays.
we'll do a different one. All right, reroll
Ah,
it. And
Oh.
It's kind of same for like action as well. Like anything that we've just selected unanimously.
all right,
You
and
know.
then okay for let's see, best community support is the other one.
Okay.
yeah, I voted.
Which
Sweet.
I did not bet on that one, so that's good. Great. So that means
Yeah.
that if you're wrong though, you also lose double the coins.
Oh, right.
Right. Wow, you're
okay.
really gonna send us into Toddcoin debt over this?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I don't know
I'm
what to tell you.
14.
All
Damn,
right,
bro.
great. Well, I think we've got our bets. I think Adam, you still have some coins left, and
Yep.
David, you do too. If you want to distribute
I'm trying to
those.
decide where I want to put them. Cause like I'm debating between putting them on something I think is funny versus something I want to happen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I see. There's a lot of bets on my metaverse, multiverses game, which I'm very excited about seeing.
yeah.
I'm so
really
excited for
surprised.
Sheldon
I mean, that's a
from
lot,
Big
though,
Bang
right?
Theory to
That's
show
a-
up, and his ultimate is Bazinga. There's
That's a
no
lot.
other description.
You, that, honestly, it's Sheldon that sold it for me.
Watch it be all of that and then young Sheldon.
Oh my god.
Even
no.
better
that
variant
counts,
skin,
that counts,
bro.
That counts. Also, I love the idea of Willy Wonka like plucking Oompa Loompas out of the ground and
Oh,
chucking
that's
them.
so good.
It's so good. It's a
That is
powerful
good.
image.
Or it's like a
So
chocolate
good.
pool that he pulls them out of.
Oh my god. His ultimate is everybody. He like knocks everybody off the stage and they get into like the boat and go down the tunnel.
Yeah.
He's just surfing along the chocolate river at some point.
His recovery is fizzy lifting drink.
Oh my god, it's so good.
That's so
good.
Why is he such a good? Oh my
Oh
god.
god, I gotta get him in this game. Okay, let's see. So everyone, thank you guys for joining us. This will be up on our. I think we're putting this. I'm gonna try to edit this. I don't need to edit much of it, but I'm gonna try to put this together and put it up on YouTube. With the the YouTube video will be like the spreadsheet here. People can follow
Right.
along, and then on our podcast as well tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully it's Monday. If it's not, sorry. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys all for joining us. I've kept you here for a very long time. Thank you for sticking with me. I was hoping to keep this to 2 hours. That obviously did not work. That
It happens.
yeah, it was it was too powerful. This worked out very well. Of course, after we'll take a look at this after the game awards, and I will of course tally up the winners, and we'll see. I think there needs to be a prize for the winner. I'll figure out what it is.
One actual real life Toddcoin.
There you go.
Oh my god, a
Yes, I
custom
would be
made
happy with
real
that.
A custom made
Yeah.
Toddcoin. That's actually a great price.
That's
That's
not a bad
great.
prize.
That's great.
I have to see how much a custom coin costs to make. All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you soon.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you guys. All right, I appreciate you guys sticking around for that whole thing.